This week on the funk culture.
Okay, I'll get this, I'll take care of this, everything's gonna be fine.
How about we go together? Then we will give you the diadem. How about that?
Okay.
Simply hand over the diadem and we'll move on.
Or else...
She casts a spell at you. Fucking hard! The cuts that you've inflicted in Malena begin to close up. Try again, little girl.
Can I slap her as a free action?
The guy's over there! Oh my god! Cause that day you were plucked from the sea. You know that you're the girl for me.
Hey, the negotiate, you never negotiate!
Maybe I'll kill you first, huh?
You can try, bitch!
Yeah.
Counter spell!
Cool. Hello, welcome to the Fourth Culture. My name is Ramji and I'll be your Dungeon Master and host as we explore the mysterious world of Urtu with our gang of fantastic players. We stream every Monday night at 7 p.m. What time is it? 7:07 p.m. We stream every 7:07 p.m. Singapore time and we upload to YouTube approximately Thursday. We also stream other content, including our brand new series, Singapore by Night. Or how am I supposed to say it, Ed?
Singapore, oh!
Singapore, no.
No, Tim, he started it.
Okay.
It sounded a little bit like Singapore sleeping.
Yeah, it's you know? You're actually Chinese.
I'm totally challenged, clearly.
What's the language?
Is I don't know.
No.
My grandmother used.
Baby speak.
Yeah. Baby speak. Is what you tell babies when you want them to go to sleep.
Yes. But,
Is what you say when it's very dark.
yeah.
I know it sounds very close, but yeah.
It's
Cool.
different.
Although you go to sleep when it's very dark, so
Yeah, I mean,
Not always.
true. Especially not if you're a vampire, which is
Yeah.
exactly the point of Singapore.
True. No, wrong.
Finger waving, furious finger waving.
Okay, so coming back to it, we're on Thursday evenings. Ed is our storyteller as we play a game of Vampire the Masquerade V5. Nevertheless, it's a lot of fun. We had our session 0 last Thursday, which was amazing and a lot of fun. And I think we're continuing the beginning of that campaign this Thursday, which is kind of a lot of fun. I said a lot of fun a lot. There you go. Our quarrelsome quartet are back in the studio with me. As Kie, as always, the Halfling Monk with the mostest, Lisa Yao. As Yrsa, our Bar-bear-ian. I struggle with this every single week. What?
You almost called me a bed bug.
A bug-bear-ian? A big bug? A bed bug? Our brutal bed bug Bar-bear-ian, Sheena Chan. As Barra, the lovelorn bard, is our one and only Jotan. And as Kaman, the ever so confused Edward Choy.
Perpetually.
Lastly, not leastly, we have our wonderful producers, Hans and Cheryl.
When are we going to see Cheryl again?
Well, many things have happened. So, firstly, can we all just take a moment? Nothing sad, but Cheryl's rabbit has returned back to the family that she'd borrowed it from, which is one less reason that Cheryl can't be here. So we're removing reasons that Cheryl can't be in the studio. We have one very important one, which is we're still subject to the limit of 5 unique visitors a day in Singapore. So as a result, we can't have more than a Hans or a Cheryl.
How
and Heisenberg says...
How unique would you say Cheryl was?
I would say Cheryl is the most unique in some ways.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem. If Cheryl was less unique, if Cheryl was more generic.
Yeah.
Cheryl, why can't you be more basic? But
What if we wore one sweater?
That's true.
and you were like a two-headed Etin.
Yes.
Well, you could try. I think someone in a red shirt come along and go, social distancing.
But they can't come in because there's too many people.
What if we wore a red shirt?
With a red shirt.
It would be irresponsible.
That's true. Does it include the social distancing ambassador?
Yes, they are person.
They are people. They are people
Yeah.
for all intents and
They are
purposes.
unique. They are typically.
Yeah, so you
They
just
cannot
follow
come
the
in.
law.
Yes, so they can't come in. They're not allowed.
Yeah.
Cannot allow.
Like vampires, they have to be invited. Oh, God.
As always, what clan of vampire would the social distancing ambassador be?
The
That's
worst.
true, right?
No.
They would do that.
They're the authorities. No, you're just doing the jobs, guys.
The ones who come around to the dengue fever one, they'd be the Tremere, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who don't care if you've locked your doors.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and look at our VOD on YouTube. As always, we would like to thank our friends at A Better Consultancy.
You need simple, honest, and straightforward technology advice to help you scale and grow your business. If you're based in Asia or looking to expand your business here in Asia, then get hold of A Better Consultancy at www.abetterconsultancy.co.
That's the only get hold of that I could think
Oh
of.
my god. Started dying.
Finally, before we go to Sheena's recap, if you can just take a moment to follow, subscribe, and like us. And if you get a chance, if you jump on YouTube, leave us a comment and a thumbs up. It means a lot, and it helps in the whole algorithmic thing. If you're on Twitch just now, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, we really appreciate you. Come hang out with us on our Discord. If you don't, then fine. That's fine. Sheena, recap.
Yes, recap. Shit, wrong, sorry.
Strong recap.
Recap.
No, crap. Sorry, I opened the fan fiction I was writing for Chantal by accident.
Oh my.
And if you
Join
want,
our Discord.
if you want some vampire slash fic, you need to join our Discord.
It's not slash fic.
and fan because you can't real.
What is
Oh,
slash fic?
Isn't slash fic like, you know?
What is slash
Isn't it like,
gay?
human
No.
slash werewolf
No.
or something? I thought that was what slash fic was supposed to be.
Anyway.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's like crazy.
Is there a
No.
formal genre category for...
Yes.
Isn't it just a lemon?
But it's not the right one. But anyway, there is no actual porn in my fiction. This is just, never mind. Moving on. Okay.
No
Never
actual
mind.
porn.
Previous.
Oh right, no, you're right.
What?
Slash fic is a genre of fan fiction that focuses on romantic or sexual relationships between fictional characters of the same sex. Oh, so M/M, F/F.
And mine is very hetero,
Right.
currently.
Okay.
So
It's so cute. Yes.
like Kirk / Spock.
Ew. I can see why, but
It's the ears, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, Sheena.
Very pink.
previously on the fourth culture, the party attended the lecture for that Tripicus was holding, called the Lecture for Primes. We realized that the brightness of the auras around us seemed to correspond to how powerful someone is, or so we think. Tripicus turned out to be a very large humanoid dog. Looks like a Westie. Damn adorable, super bloody cute. Anyway, he taught us a few things, like the fact that Sigil sits above the Outlands, which is a plague. And then he told us not to hurt the devils because the Lady of Pain will return the favor 100-fold. And also, if we had some kind of deity link powers, please don't summon the deity here because the Lady of Pain will eat them. Yes, it's not good. Also, that the harmonium is sort of like a, I want to say police force. I can't remember what he exactly described them as, but that was what stuck in my brain. He also explained that people who come from planes that do not see auras tend to come from planes where the magic is out of whack. And that is not how the rest of the world tends to work. So, he led us through this meditation exercise to see that there are these energy meridians in our bodies. And then we learn how to adjust the meridian so that they can absorb the energy that's leaking back into the body. Kie and Barra both needed a little bit more help lah. And Tripicus put one giant paw on them with the toe pins, so big toe pins, to help give them some help. Yeah. So after that, the party learned aura control. It's a new skill. Yes. Barra and Kaman learned that they were finally able to cast spells without taking any damage or without using intan, which is a big deal. Kaman, in that moment, had this like kind of realization: divinity is a lie. What is a god? What is the point? So yeah, I'm surprised his head didn't go chibaboom, but yeah, he seems to be okay. Yes. So he then studied Afina to see whether she is indeed herself, using her aura, and realized that she is constructed of threads of fate. and is herself, but she shouldn't be. I mean, not entirely certain what he meant by that when he wrote it down in the journal, but okay, can take it. So, Tripicus man explained that we now have the ability to have the weave go through us without exploding or mutating us, which is a good thing. Yes. Although what is exactly the weave, I'm still not very sure. You ask the other two more brainy ones. So, Tripicus asked to see us after class and asked us where we were from. We told him we were from Urtu and asked if we can go back. And then he explained that time here on this plane doesn't run the same as everywhere else. You know, we could have go back and then find that, oh, no time has passed. Or we can go back and find that, oh, centuries have passed and everyone we know is dead. So good, right? Yeah, he also explained that in order to go back to Urtu, we need to find a key.
Bottle of gin.
Huh?
Sorry, Lisa seems to be swilling freely out of a bottle of gin, so I was like, that's strong work.
This sweet.
It was quite a mindfuck last week.
Yeah, it's like hard to work.
We need to do
Times
that.
are hard. Please continue.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes. So we need to find a key to go back to where we were from. And we need to do some research to find a key, or somebody who has a key needs to bring us back. We learned that he has a key that can go back to his own plane, but he doesn't really like to go back there very much because over here they call him a good boy, smart boy, and give him food. But we figured that there was a plan there. We could maybe ask him to shift with us back to his plane, and then from there we can maybe shift to our Urtu plane. Because in here we cannot shift, we will just not work. Because the Lady of Pain doesn't allow it. But Tripicus advised us, how about y'all first go and find a key before you try this plane shifting business? Because number one, both our magic people cannot cast the spell. So somebody who knows how to cast will have to do it for us with the scroll that we found in Suhani's tomb. So we asked about Lysandra, and lo and behold, she was hiding right outside waiting to see us. So we spoke to this Lysandra person who turned out to be an elf with circular markings on her face. She told us that somebody had recently come in from Urtu, and explained that our planet is still present, which is good, and she knows a gate and how we can get a key to get back there. Yay, which is great. She asked how the people on our planet became powerful, so we told her, Intan, no, just eat the thing. And we learned that Intan was basically some kind of life force that was distilled over and over again. And she traded info with us for Intan. She traded info for Intan.
Correct.
Yes. And we found out that the gate is in Tashat's barber shop in the Shattered Temple district. And we need Pit Finn's fang for the key. And guess what? We just met a new Pit Finn friend last week. So yeah, anyway. So we learned that Malena was actually the person who came in through Sigil and had come in about 7 to 8 days ago. But it is actually possible that she came in after we did. Yes, this is where the time traveling thing is slightly confusing. But basically, we came in at this point, and then we are here now. And then she came in at this point, but she's here. And then somehow now we are here. So it's very confused, but yes, it's like that. So, we then asked this Tripicus about the hoops on Akim and learned that people with the hoops on them are actually members of a society called Fiends Anonymous, who are trying not to, be stuck by their nature anymore and trying to, I won't say repent, but they want to break free of the thing that has held them in that way for a very long time. And Barra realized that Afina might be in danger because Malena is in cahoots with the king of Chorus. So he cast a sending to Afina, who basically said, oh, I'm drinking tea with new friends, it's okay, no thank you, bye-bye, and didn't want to come back to find us again. So Barra cast Scry and figured out where she was, and then we decided to go after her. At some point during the traveling, I realized that, hey, you know what, if Malena is here, they might follow us to go and find Afina. So I started to scan the crowd, and I saw 2 spots in the crowd where, you can't see a person, but there's no one there, and then, people just somehow walked around it. I was like, something is suspicious here. So, we... Wait, where am I? Shit, I lost. Okay, so after that, as we were finding close to the cafe where Afina was, we realized that people were following us, so we decided to divert a bit. And as we turned around, guess who we saw? The Princess Malena.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's where we left off.
Yay!
And that's exactly where we'll pick up, which is as you
Oh no!
no.
along this street, and
It's not even a street, it's a dead end. It's a dead end.
Looks like
hard to tell. You're not familiar with Sigil that well, but as you've made it sort of along a little bit further, having discovered these two sort of invisible folks behind you in creating pockets in the crowd, almost as if the crowd, not that they were bumping into someone invisible, that they were kind of approaching and going, oh no, I don't need to go over there, and sort of like being forced away by power of mind. You couldn't see anything, but you could see these little pockets of spaces, and being very aware of that, you turned, and then a moment later you see in front of you the red-skinned hobgoblin that you met very briefly, that is Princess Malena. She looks at you, and you look at her, and a moment passes. And she sort of narrows her eyes and just smiles. It's, well, I had been looking for you, and you have been difficult to track down.
Well, we were looking for you first, even before you started looking for us. We did it before it was cool.
Sure. She sort of looks back, and there's a moment's half frown, saying, well, you have some of my property, so the easiest way for this to go is for you to return it, and we'll move on and go our separate ways, huh?
Well, you know what? Since we are all here, we're all gathered here, how about we all go back together first? Because I'm not sure if you realize, but this place, there's this lady of pain.
I have heard of this
Yeah.
person.
So the thing is, she is the deity that rules this very plane, and she's not very happy about deities from other places coming. So I worry, if you put the thing together, right, and then your new friend, the king, if he comes here or something, there will be a fight. So not very good. How about we go back to Urtu first, then we complete this situation. Huh?
So, whilst my master and I are most impressed by your ability to both find yourself in precisely the wrong time and the wrong place, to be both irritating and yet effective. I feel that the simpler solution is for you to return the diadem to me. I will promise you I won't assemble it here, so that there'll be no concerns of this lady and her pain. But then I will leave you to be, and we will leave you with your friend.
So here's the thing, right? So we want to go back to Urtu as well. And then since, you've been here quite a few days already, I assume you have found a way back. How about we go together? Then we will give you the diadem. How about that?
So I understood this first time. I was just suggesting instead, how about you give me the diadem and I don't kill your friend?
Oh, I see.
Malena, look. I thought that you were assembling the diadem so that you could become queen. Not that so you were saying something about your master? Like, who do you serve now?
I feel no need to directly
Is it the King of
answer you.
Corals?
Lord Bulda.
Ayo.
No. Okay, what sort of queendom is that? Look,
This
we
is
can
mine.
work together to restore your empire. Like, there's no need to serve somebody else.
We all serve somebody.
But you understand that historically he has a terrible record?
You know nothing except the lies that people have peddled to you. I've watched my mother and father get killed in front of me whilst people from another country stood by due to diplomacy and, various other things. I've seen the corruption that exists in royal courts. I've seen the corruption that exists in Urtu. How dare you say that Lord Buldar is more or less?
Genocidal?
What?
I mean, he's wiped out entire civilizations.
Corruption and sin. These civilizations steeped in the magics of blood and damnation.
So they all deserve to die?
If I had my way.
Ah, and you are judge, jury, and executioner?
I believe so.
Ah, how many before your justice is found? How many before your anger is sated? Just for reference, so that we can decide whether it would be safer to hand you the diadem now.
Yeah, I mean, 10? 10 is okay. I mean, 100 might be a bit pushing it.
Yeah, but
1,000, I don't know, it feels excessive, The workforce would be very reduced. Economy will go down.
so what's the ballpark?
I think it's very amusing. And I almost feel touched that you feel that you're in a negotiating position.
Oh, but we are. You see, we have the last piece.
Yes, but I have you now.
You all.
No, you don't.
Oh, dang.
Look, Malena, just now when you said you were not going to kill our friend, who the hell do you mean? We're barely friends here. We just arrived here, hours ago.
And Melina just looks right and looks straight through the window where you see Athena sat at a table with 2 dragonborn. And then she just looked back at you.
Do the Dragonborn look like they're Can we see them?
You can see 2 dragonborn at the table with Athena.
Are they wearing, Blood Company? Okay.
No.
I mean, wow, there's a lot of assumptions you're making, no? I mean,
I
she's
have
not
it
really
on.
our friend now. We're just babysitting her.
Yes, that's probably why you. Well, let's just say that I'm more mortal than Lord Buldar. I do not have his pride. Therefore, I would be willing to consider this part of the negotiation. Lord Buldar, on the other hand, really just, he's vexed at you, one might say. Really rather vexed. I say let bygones be bygones. It's been at least, 5, 6, 7 days?
Since we left Urtu? Is that what you're saying?
I do not know when you left, but I know when Lord Buldar screamed in rage as his, his consort was destroyed.
And you feel that's okay? That you can absorb somebody who's supposed to be a consort as part of your body and make her lose her consciousness and everything she knows? You think that's
Part
okay?
of her body, what?
Well, I saw she was subsumed into him.
You do not have the ability to comprehend things of such magnitude. Of course you saw what you saw.
What did you see?
I didn't see anything. I didn't need to see. All I saw instead was the rage of a really rather frustrated god who is, let's just say, displeased.
I will consult with the rest of my party, and I'm sure that we can come to a mutually amicable decision.
We huddle.
By all means, take a second. Please do. I keep an eye.
Will you guys be okay to handle the situation on your own?
What do you mean on our own, Barra?
Hey, what? Oh, you guys. Okay.
We are literally like, centimeters
Okay,
from
sorry.
one another. Just whisper.
Look,
There's a lot of people.
as long as, like, those Dragonborn have got a finger, they've got a bargaining chip, you guys are going to be okay if I go
What?
help her.
What exactly are you planning, Dodo?
Well, she's over there.
Uh-huh.
I can see her.
Uh-huh.
Therefore,
Uh-huh.
I can reach her.
Okay.
And if I get a surprise round, I can spirit her away somewhere.
Right.
So you're saying you're going to run away with Sheena?
Like, get her somewhere safe. I don't know. Like, at least not say we know exactly where she is, surrounded by 2 Dragonborn, or probably under the pay of this Malena here.
We're still all on top of Bob, right? At this point in time.
You are currently on top of Bob, yes.
So,
Okay, so according to the rule book, it says we can fight, but we cannot do what's the word? Property damage.
yeah.
So whatever you do, just make sure that you don't jibaboom any of the things here, and you don't hurt any of their people, and we should be okay.
And,
Bob can run fucking fast, so we are going to run fucking. Although it's a fucking circle, so this is going to be very confusing. But yeah, I say we try and evade.
okay, and, there are lots of buildings around, and there were lots of people here just now. Where did they all go? Oh, they're not showing up
But I
on the
tell you
picture
what,
for some reason.
We will rendezvous at the place we came out from. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You remember where?
I pet Bob. Bob will always be able to find me.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you've got Marshall as well. I don't know whether Marshall's any use.
Rushes
So
once
have you
every week.
decided yet if you're going to throw your lives away pointlessly or if we're going to negotiate like adults?
Yeah, we want to negotiate like adults, but so far your stand has always been we will kill that person. So
No,
a bit hard to
that
move on
is-
from the negotiation from there.
Let's be very simple. If you wish to move on from negotiation, by all means, just step forward if you wish to die first.
Look, we don't want to die.
So
You also
then,
don't want to die.
Oh,
We
what-
just want to go back to Urtu together with you. Then you take the diadem lah.
I have no wish to travel any further with you. Just hand over the diadem, I will get out of your life.
You see, that is not negotiation. That is just ultimatum. You know?
Okay, so look, I just want to show you on the map, okay, where we came through. Like it was.
I have
okay.
no interest.
Okay.
Simply hand over the diadem and we'll move on.
Or else,
She casts a spell at you.
what does she cast?
Make her wisdom save. No, sorry, charisma save.
Okay, I'm gonna.
17.
As she casts her spell,
Mhm.
I am using my long rest token because I use all my freaking slots.
Okay.
And I am going to do Dimension Door.
You can't. So she cast a spell, use long rest token as a reaction, and we'll have to roll initiative on the back of this.
Okay, sure.
So-
I didn't know we were in initiative yet, but okay.
We're about to roll. So she casts.
Okay. Shit.
What are you doing? Sorry, it's wisdom, Ed.
Wisdom.
Yes. That makes a big difference.
Yes, it does. 18.
18. Okay. You feel a strong pressure on your mind. And for a moment, she's making a lot of sense. For a moment. And then you instead hear the I'm still here and it fucking hurts! And it pushes that charming influence away from you.
Just meet her eyes and smile and say, I turn to the rest. I think she's trying to control me.
You've used your long rest token.
The thing is that if I didn't know that I couldn't take my action straight away, I wouldn't have used my long rest token.
So basically, I need everyone to roll initiative as well.
Okay, I rolled my initiative. I haven't used my long rest token yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
It's your turn. 8.
Joe is at 16.
Okay. Malena's at 20. And there are two
What's your
others.
plus?
Sorry?
What's your plus?
Plus 3.
3.
Yes, you'll go first. Yeah. Oh no, your dexterity is
Plus 5.
plus 5. Yeah.
Oh
sounds
no,
good.
Dex. Yeah.
Yeah, plus 5. Yeah, loads. So you go first, and then there's two others. One of whom is a 24.
Ooh.
One of whom is a 19.
Okay. Anyway, Ramji, just for the previous, before we met Malena, I
Yeah.
turned on the blind side of my dragon mask, which is for 5 minutes. So let me know whether it's still around, because I think the previous game I asked you, like, are they within 30 feet?
Where was that?
As we got on Bob and we were, as Sheena told us that there were 2 people following us.
Gotcha. So
we
let's
walked
say
past
there's
the
let's say
cafe.
there's like 5 rounds left of that.
Okay.
Okay, because I think that's probably it would have been a few minutes. You were wandering through things,
Sure,
but
sure.
we'll give it 5 rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Where does Bob go?
Roll for Bob. You've got.
Oh, yeah.
Bob is now pretty much with you guys.
Hmm.
Do you have his stats printed? No.
Yes.
You do.
Just let me open it. It's in the chat. ST3.
Malena's so like passive aggressive and rude.
Okay, I'm gonna find it.
I know. It's not negotiation. It's just ultimate.
It's
One
not your
second,
property. It's
One
nothing
second,
to
I'm
your
finding Bob's stats. ST3 in character.
Oh, okay.
I've got it.
And you notice that like
Plus 2.
all of the people that were sort of milling around, like any good bar fight, that magical vacuum effect happens as people just disappear
Oh.
and like just like into like scatter away, and all of a sudden it's like of course everyone there's like a crowd around me, and next thing you know and all that.
Okay, so first to go is Betty 2.
Baddie 2. Baddie 2 is
Betty 1 is Malena.
yep. Baddie 2 is here and hops in behind you.
I just see Bob twerking.
It's working, Bob. That's the whole show.
There it is. Cool. Thank you, Baddie 2.
Is he within 30 feet of me? Betty 2?
Baddie 2 is probably within 30 feet of you, yeah.
Okay, I guess I can probably, if they're both within 30 feet of me, I can see them.
Isn't blind sight 10 feet?
No, mine's 30 feet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why you could see them anyway previously, right? So
Oh no, I couldn't. You were like, I think they weren't within 30 feet of me yet.
so he will be close to his end of his move anyway. He'll
Okay,
definitely be
okay,
within 30
cool.
feet. As he moves, and you see that there is a point where it sort of mumbles under his breath. That's all you see. So a flashing, sort of eldritch power.
Ah,
across
freaking.
its weapon.
Fine!
As we then go to Kie.
Oh. Remember, don't do structural damage.
It's good. Kie does focus damage.
That's true, that's
Yeah,
true.
Kie doesn't do
You can punch people, but
AoE.
My bazooka
don't
out!
throw them into things.
Where is the other two?
So there's you can only see one. There's one here, and then there's Malena in front of you. Distance-wise, from you on the back of Bob to Malena, well, that's helpful. 7.7 tiles. That's 35 feet.
Okay, you know what? At this point, I'm going to use my reaction to take my long rest.
Cool. So that's your action use. Yep.
Because it's not mine.
Should I just go straight for Malena?
No, I think kill the Kakias first.
Okay.
What do you all think?
No, killing the cock is not bad. But then, wait, it's just her in front and then 2 invisible guys behind us.
That you're aware of. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
But
a bit hard
cannot
to see.
see.
the invisible.
Cannot see. Well, you can see one of them now.
I mean,
Well-
I can see one of them. Your blind side is how far?
Then
10 feet.
Oh, okay.
So you can see one of them. But you can see him anyway because he's appeared.
Okay.
And it appears to be just like casting a spell over their weapon, which is this sort of long Nagaranda type, sort of prolonged thing.
Is it? I don't have any reactions left,
You've
right?
used your reaction, yeah.
I can see him, but I can't tell
You
anymore.
can't do anything about it, yeah. Yeah, so you can... and you want Bob's back at the moment.
The only visible target for Kie is Malena. isn't it?
Yeah.
You could look around. I mean, looking is a free action.
Oh, okay, I look.
then don't kill her, but you can beat her.
Why can't I kill her? She's being so rude.
She is impolite.
She's so rude.
And that is the
in the
punishment
most
for
annoying way, that
impoliteness.
stupid passive aggressive
You know what? We
entitled way.
could bring her back in your sword.
Oh
Yeah.
we have crossed the threshold.
It's just like, I'm gonna kill her, you bitch.
Okay.
Wait, this is like the Rake's progression, but it's like the D&D player's progression. It's like Lisa's there going, oh, but why do I have to do all this stuff? To like, I'm going to kill her, then I'm going to use her sword, I'm going to use her soul to power just an effect
That
of my sword.
wasn't my idea. I just wanted to.
Because she was rude.
Yeah, because she was rude.
Polite.
Ah.
That's the punishment for being rude.
Come on.
Okay, I go straight towards her and I just try and stab her.
So I'm going to say it
Mouse.
costs you like 5 feet to jump off Bob.
Okay.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cool. Okay, so you're plenty of movement.
Plenty of more.
As you charge forward,
Can I like slap her as a free action?
you can slap her with style if you want. Roll intimidation.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Whoa! You're not gonna stab her?
No, I
She
am.
is. This is
this is
purely
just for fun.
Yeah.
Style.
Okay, what is it? Plus,
intimidation.
which is plus charisma.
Yeah,
Charisma?
it's probably just
It's
based plus
skills.
charisma. I don't think it's a thing
This
you'll have
intimidation. I've never
be
used that
proficient
before.
in.
Zero.
Plus 0, 11.
11.
Yeah.
So you walk up to her and you sort of go, "Oh," and you sort of like you sort of slap her across the face.
No, I want to try again
in the
later.
most. You think this is like your baddest ass way, right?
Damn
But it
these
has
days.
sort of like, small child going, get away from me, kind of like.
You wait. Okay, stabbing is 5 plus 13.
18.
5 plus 13? 18? It's a hit.
Oh,
Nice.
yay! I'm
Roll.
surprised. 3 plus 9,
12.
Mm-hmm.
and then I stab her again. It's a hit.
Okay.
13 plus 11. 24.
2 plus 9.
11. 23.
23 total, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there more to
Two,
your,
right?
to your damage, darling?
13, 9 plus 9. Wait.
There is more to your damage. You have plus like something nonsense, I remember. Plus 3d6, darling.
Ooh. Oh yeah, sorry.
Do damage.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm too annoyed. Okay, plus the first one was 1.
The first one, you need to roll
23.
another.
Oh.
Another
2d6,
2d6. So plus 6 and plus. So plus 10 total for the
Okay.
first one.
12 plus 10, 22.
And then plus 2, plus 1. So plus 3 for the second one. Which was.
12.
Sorry, what was your first roll? Do you remember? You have to remember your own rules. We can't do
Yes.
this for you.
I know it
Okay.
was 10 and it was.
Are you sure it's 10?
23
No,
plus
10 was
13.
my extra 2.
That's the total 36.
Okay, 36.
36. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you walk up to Malena and you sort of like ineffectually slap her around the face, but then, using your sword with the other hand, you sort of slash and slash
It was
back
just a
and-
distraction.
And these two sort of like cuts open across her. She makes very little reaction other than just to smile at you in a very disconcerting way.
You still have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh no. Shit, what's the crown done?
Hmm.
She's got a Bond villain. She feels no pain.
Shall I do
Do we see cuts opening on her and all?
any kind of
You
damage
can
on
roll
her?
perception,
Me? I know you.
but you'll need to use your action.
Can I use Hunter's Mark on her as my bonus?
Yeah, you can, totally.
Okay, so I do that.
So you see a large sort of red arrow that only you can see appear over her head.
Yes.
With like a pointing down.
Thanks for tagging her.
So,
Okay.
you do. I mean, you see Kie / but that's so. It is now Malena's turn, right?
Oh.
And you see as she looks at you and she just smiles and say, "Even 2/3 of the circlet and Lord Buldar's grace have granted me with more powers than you could ever imagine."
No, whatever.
As she reaches her hand out to you, and you can see those wicked hands sort of reaches out, and she attempts to like slam it into your chest. Rolling a 19.
Yeah, hit.
Okay, so
Oh, wait. It's not working.
so
But I think it's a hit. I think I have 18.
There we go.
not great rolls though. 8, 10, 16. You take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Wait. Do you have something about necrotic damage?
You might do.
Check your sword. 18 points, I remember that.
Mhm. As you then begin to see that you see it clearly, Kie, the cuts that you've inflicted in Malena begin to close up.
Mm.
Vampire you.
No clue what is happening.
She looks at you and she says, she just smiles and says, "Try again, little girl."
I will.
Yeah. There's half demon behind here. He approaches.
I
this way.
deal necrotic damage, but there's nothing I can do about getting it.
Lilac.
And comes
Wow.
up behind you, Barra.
Was that the other invisible
So
person?
this is the one that I can see here.
That is the one you can see.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm doing one
Wait, the
reaction.
first one cast the thing, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's that one. My bad. The other one.
It's okay, I can see both of them.
The other one
But
is.
because I've used my
yeah, you can
reaction,
see
I'm
both
just
of them.
like,
The other
oh,
one
shit.
is actually the other one's a bit further away, so you may not be able
I'll
to see.
use my reaction to take a rest. And now I can't do anything.
Where's the other one gone?
Aha.
The loser. Uh oh. Please don't
Lost
call
in
her.
the warp.
Oh no!
Ted hates me too.
We have forgotten.
Oh, fine. He doesn't exist. I'll just buff the other one. That's fine. It's easier that way. So
Wait,
just
so
just
what?
remove baddie 3. It's fine.
Okay.
It's not
Baddie
his
2
turn.
just becomes bigger.
Okay.
You fell into a sewer.
So now it's Barra.
Wait,
Yeah. Oh. That's where
open sewer.
Who's right behind me? It's all good. So it's now you.
Go Barra.
Go Barra. Okay, guys. So you are all still on Bob, yeah? Go
Except
Bob.
me.
Oh, shit, you're not on Bob. Okay. Give me 1 second then. Okay.
Try to laugh.
Chat. Just enjoying what Christine just said about the extra shouldn't show up.
Did show what?
The extra just didn't show up there at cross services and then it didn't come back.
Remember when we were filming in China, the extras, I kid you not, they'd shout action and they'd be on their phones.
Huh?
This was in the replica of the Forbidden City that they have in Hongdian.
Mm-mm.
So the Chinese extras, apparently they're so in demand that they're just full out attitude.
Yeah.
It's just like on their phone, huh, you should.
So yes, the video. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye. We're not expecting you to stand toe to toe with this guy.
We weren't planning to stay in the first place.
It's not his move though, because if this just Betty 1, he's already used his turn. This is you use Betty 3's turn to move Betty 1.
No, Baddie 3 has disappeared.
Yeah.
Baddie 3 didn't come back from cross
Right.
services, so Baddie 2 has become, has stayed where they are.
Yeah.
Baddie
stay where
1
they
is
are. Okay.
Malena.
Okay,
Take your turn.
okay, fine. I am gonna go and get Athena. Okay, off I go. Shit. Freaking, maybe I shouldn't do this. Okay. No lah. How far away is the cafe?
It's right here.
Oh, it's just right next to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
How far away is Athena?
She is, well, basically you could see her through the window. She's sort of at this table over here.
Okay. Do we know how far that is?
I mean, you could estimate it. It's probably about 60, 70 feet, maybe slightly more.
Okay. If you say 60 feet, I'm gonna use
It's 13 tiles, which is, sorry, I'm using a different map, but it's
65.
13 times 5, yeah, 65.
Okay. I will move 5 feet towards her.
So you're popping off Bob, which will cost you 5, and then, yep,
Am I 5 feet closer to her?
you are now. Yep.
Okay.
So it's cost you 10 feet movement in total.
Oh.
Because 5 to get off Bob, and then 5 more.
Okay. I'm casting Misty Step, which is free for me.
Yep, that's 30 feet.
So, Misty Step 30 feet?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, no, then I do not do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
From on top of Bob, I am going to use my free action to say, the guys are over there! And then, I am going to cast my hypnotic pattern at him.
Who? Sorry.
The Betty 2.
Okay. What's
Betty
the area
Malena.
of hypnotic pattern?
120 feet.
That's the range of it. What's the size of it?
Right.
30 by 30 cube.
30 by 30.
And you can't make it smaller, right?
No, I cannot. Let me see. I see. So that will hit the people behind him, right?
Well, it'll either hit the people behind him or it'll hit your own crew.
I see.
With a single target CC spell like Tasha's.
Yeah, that's true. I do have Tasha's.
Person.
Fine. I will use. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Dissonant whispers.
Yeah, okay. I use Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So I'm like, what's he look like?
So here, quite a handsome person.
Okay.
Kind of large sword, particular grimace.
That's singing.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
Have some of that.
Okay. So I combine this with my free action to tell everybody that he's over there by saying, "Hey everybody in T4C, do you see what I see? There's a guy over there with a goatee. Do you see what I see? It's a star, his sword burning in the night. It will stick us through my hip on the right. It will put us to sleep real tight. Hey!" And that's my Dissonant Whispers for him.
Okay. What's he have to roll?
He's gonna do a Wisdom 17 save.
Wisdom 17. He fails because the Barra dice never work. How much damage does he take?
Yeah. He takes this much damage. 3d6.
With many apologies to Johnny Mathis.
Which is really not a lot. However, he has to move as far as its speed allows using his reaction away from me.
Is it a fear effect?
Doesn't say. It just says it takes 3d6 psychic damage and it must immediately use his reaction if available to move as far as his speed allows away from you.
Okay. Cool.
So his damage is 14.
Okay, takes 14 and we'll then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way.
And now, I will use my full movement to run towards the cafe. So jump down,
So 5 to get off.
5 to get off.
Yep.
And then my remaining 25 to get towards the cafe.
You got it. So you're on Bob, so 5 to get off, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep.
Okay, and then I will use my bonus action, Misty Step, to get as far as I can towards Athena.
What distance whispers is a spell, is it?
Yeah.
So you can't Misty Step, I'm
Oh
afraid.
god, Misty Step.
Sorry.
I'm gonna buff Athena.
Yeah, do it. Do it. So,
I'm gonna This song's for ya! What?
Huh?
Why not? They want to attack her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Tall and tan, young and lovely. The cleric. Is she a cleric? I don't even know. The medic from Urtu planet comes calling, and here we are in this place that's called Sigil. You should really try and move, yeah. You're surrounded by guys who want to harm, yeah. And if you don't go, they mean to do you some ill. Oh, you've been treated quite badly. How can you not be a barrister? Hey, hey. So I sing this song sadly, 'cause that day you were plucked from the sea. You know that you're the girl for me. And that's my bardic inspiration, so hopefully she feels a little bit buffed.
Oh, fantastic. So you give a bardic inspiration. You see that I think from where you are, just make a quick free perception roll for that wonderful song.
Thanks, very kind.
Yay!
Oh, that's an 8.
Cool. So you
Oh no, wait, that's a 10.
a 10.
Yeah.
So you do see that there's a moment as Melina just Athena looks up, and you see her briefly catch eyes with you, and then there's a look of confusion on her face, as the two Dragonborn then stand up.
Shit. Okay.
As we now go to Yrsa.
Me.
You.
Ah, shit. Oh, goddammit. Ha! Ha! Don't know which side to face. Besides that, it would not be good to leave the cleric to, that side. Come on.
But can you see the other guy though?
Yeah, he
She's
came
got
on
blind
this
sight.
Oh, he came. Oh,
Yeah,
she's
he appeared and she's got blind sight.
So he's now he's basically around the corner, so you don't have a line of sight on him right now. So you know he exists.
He's run.
Because
Okay.
Right, he ran.
she cast
He ran.
a spell on him and
Yes.
made you aware of his existence,
Okay.
and then you heard sort of footprints as he ran away.
Since he ran, then I'm going after Melina as well.
Okay.
Yo, I pull out my flaming sword.
It's only like
Yes. Question mark? Yes. No, it's not flaming yet, but it is a long sword. I leave it in long sword mode. Yes.
It's a
Then-
long sword?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have it. So, right. So it's in long sword mode.
Because a lot of button to press. Like, you press one to change the type of sword, then press another
Press
one.
1 to change your type
I
of sword.
know, it's-
Press
I cannot.
2 to
It's
change
too
your
much.
mace
So
type.
I just leave it as a long
Sure,
sword.
makes sense.
On it.
Makes sense. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, and then after that, I will
5 to jump off.
charge her. I can fly.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
40.
So yeah, 14 total. So that
14.
includes the 5 to jump off. So yeah, be good.
Wait, I have a special thing. I rage on Bob's back.
So you're using bonus action to rage.
Yes, bonus
so then
action to
gives
rage.
you extra
I will,
half move, yeah.
Correct. And then
Plenty
I
of space. Plenty of time. Yeah.
Yeah. As I rage, I'm like, tell you to negotiate, you never negotiate! So angry! And after that, yes, I will attempt to attack her with my sword. Oh!
Yes!
Oh,
Die!
I don't think can, but we try. We try.
Give
I
it to her.
quit it.
Very
I quit
nice.
it. But I don't have my plus 2d6 yet because I had to rage with my bonus action. This is 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 6 is
15.
15. There we go.
You got it.
Attack the 1. Then attack the 2. 13 plus 8
21.
is a hit. Yes.
Yep.
So this is 5 plus 6 is 11.
Okay.
And I am done and done.
So total amount of damage you did this?
Cannot remember.
The first one was 13, right?
13 and 11, so 24.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, wait. I'm going to also superiority dice.
yay!
Okay, where's my d8? There we go. Hurrah!
Sorry, not 13, 15 plus 11.
Oh, thank you.
Yay,
Yes.
so
So
26.
26,
Yeah.
and then 35 was the first one, right?
Yes. I also superiority dice, so
Mhm.
it's an
Nice.
additional 1 point of damage.
Mhm.
But she now has disadvantage to attack anyone else but me.
Oh, that's the taunt, basically.
Could you have used your
Wait,
superiority on the
15
crit?
is with crit.
Oh, yes, I could. Sorry. So it'll be another one. Wait. Yes. So,
Yes.
No,
six.
so the spiritual dice will max if you
Ah.
crit.
Yes, so it'll be an 8.
It's not a separate attack, right?
No, it's
So you
part
just
of
add 8, right?
Wait, the 15 was with the crit.
Correct.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
It was a 9 plus 6.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm done.
So you see this large sort of slash appear, and then another one of this huge critical effect happens, and you see her just like her snap to you, and there's a point where she just like cracks her neck and just goes, "Maybe I'll kill you first, huh?" Yeah.
Can try, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the alien sisters.
Before we continue, right? You know that first reaction I used to take my
Pop the long rest token, yeah.
yeah. Was that before my turn or after
It
my
was
turn?
your turn, so you get a reaction now.
Ah, thanks. Okay,
It resets.
thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is now Bob.
Go, Bob.
Bobby!
Bob with Kaman on the back.
I whispered to Bob, I guess, Bobby, just follow what Auntie Yrsa does and just get on the other side so it's easier so we're on both sides. If you get what I'm saying, Bob? Just get on the other side and kill that awful woman.
Bob says, "Okay," and leaps into the air, dragging you with him in a powerful bound as he springs over and then sort of swings around. Roll to attack, do you think?
Okay, it's gonna roll to attack.
Go, Bobby.
Bobby is going to roll first.
I'm sorry, can I trouble you to make a wisdom saving throw? 16
you can.
AC.
Pass.
Okay, then you're fine. You're fine.
Yep.
You can attack everybody.
Oh, really? Okay.
But you can attack me with advantage, so you know.
Is it 24 to hit?
24 to hit, hits.
That's the first claw, right?
Yeah.
Second claw.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to do damage
It's
first?
claw and beak.
Multi-attack with claws.
Yeah, so claws is one set of attacks. And
I
beak
see.
is the other attack.
Okay,
So claw and beak.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
And the other one is beak.
So-
He's not Maria the Meredith.
Should I roll damage first or?
Whichever way you prefer. Yeah.
I'll roll the second attack first.
After that, it's you.
Oh. Oh no, that's a 17. Does that hit?
17 does not hit.
Okay, never mind. So there we go. So 2d10 plus is 2d10 plus there we go. That is a 19.
19?
2d10 plus 8, not 2d10 plus d8.
Ah. In that case, that was a 0808 16 plus 24.
Total 24.
2d10 plus 8, sorry, not 2d10 plus d8. That was my mistake.
2d10 plus 8.
So that's 16 plus, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, and it is now. Come on, it's your turn.
Okay. I will...
Hey, have we rolled for Marshall? Not on Marshall's turn. Marshall's still with us.
Can we just have like?
Marshall doesn't do shit, I think.
Can we de-marshal? Because he cannot attack one.
But he can see invisible.
Can.
There's one more guy.
So you wanted to like tail the invincible guy?
I
Can
don't
you
know.
do that?
There's no
Is
more
that-
guy. It's just one guy who has run away.
But he only runs away for one turn on my dissonant whisper.
I know, but he was not invisible lah when he left.
He was visible. He made his sword appear
Ah,
and
okay,
glow.
okay.
You then went, and Johnny Mathis somewhere was sad.
Sure.
And then he
He's
ran
no longer
away.
invisible.
He was never invisible
Oh shit!
for the context of that spell.
I see.
Like he was invisible previously. Okay.
Okay.
He was invisible.
Uh-huh.
He went first, cast a spell, therefore he's no longer invisible.
Got it.
Broke his invisibility by casting
Okay,
the spell.
okay. Cool. Thanks.
Cool. No, it's fine. It's just one of those procedural
Okay.
things.
So we just keep Marshall.
Yeah.
Marsh goes, huh?
Should we roll for his turn then? Or?
Marsh doesn't get a turn.
Oh,
Marsh
Or you can just let him watch. I
It looks
guess.
awesome.
okay.
Yes, so Ed, it's you.
Come on, using his newfound ability to tap into the weave, he forms a spiritual weapon from above, from astride Bob, forms it around his hand and sends it like a punch out towards Malena. So
Okay.
it's like this glove with a male glove with an eye on it. So that's a spiritual weapon. That's my bonus action. And the attack roll is a 24.
Hits.
The damage is 10 force.
10 force.
Yep, I'm using
Okay,
a level
you
4
got it.
slot for this. It's an angry spiritual weapon. Thanks for reminding me I can do that, Sheena.
Angry
And
spiritual
then I will firebolt her.
Yep.
Firebolt. Bud.
No, it's only a 14 I miss.
Okay, yeah. So you're you have a moment as this sort of fist with the sort of logo of Yrsa on it appears and smacks. But then, the firebolt immediately lined up afterwards is sort of, it's in the middle of Bob's sort of slashing, and so it kind of puts you off and kind of veers off into the middle distance. But with that roll, you don't hit anyone accidentally for, comedy value.
Comedy value.
And then Kaman shouts, "Okay, I guess we're doing this ultimatum thing. Surrender or die? Alright, next!"
Anyone?
So is Baddie 1? Baddie 1 comes back.
Betty 1 is not Melina.
No. No, Betty 2, sorry. Betty 2.
Betty
So
two,
Betty
so
1
yeah,
is
you got it.
Melina.
Comes back around the corner here.
She's returned.
And will cast spell. And you see Baddie 1 holds his hand out and goes, and you're far enough where you don't really hear, but he just begins to sort of cast an incantation. As does so, a minute later, you see that a really large bit of stonework begins to
Oh shit.
come up from the ground and forms itself into
Is that not destroying property?
creature of the elements as this sort of large burly rock creature that kind of pulls its way out of the sigil concrete, if you will.
Does he damage the concrete?
Does he damage the concrete? He does not damage the concrete.
Okay.
We, police!
Yeah, that's all I do.
Rules. Excuse me.
How can this be allowed?
How can this be allowed? And that is Batty One's turn. So we're now on to Kya.
Okay, I attack Malena again.
Make an insight roll for me.
No,
No,
why?
it's okay.
That's right,
It's good for you to like find out things.
No.
Okay, it's not good for you to find out things.
8.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay, but I still stab her in the mouth.
In the mouth. How specific.
I hit 14 plus 13, definitely, right?
27.
Yeah.
And then I roll my
3d6.
Oh, wow.
8, 13.
Ooh.
13?
And yeah, and I also have my hunter's mark, which is an extra d6.
You do?
I think. I'm not wrong. Oh, yeah, I should roll them together. Plus 5, that was 13, right? Plus 5, 18. And I want a stunning strike.
18 plus your
18 plus.
base.
Oh, plus 9. So 18 plus 9.
So that's
27.
27. And then I want a stunning strike. So you have to roll
Wisdom, I want to.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Your stunning strike has no effect.
Oh.
Damn it!
Okay.
Immune to stun.
That's so rude.
I'm
Okay,
stunning.
then
Second
I,
attack.
yeah, then I stab again. It was 27, right?
Yeah, 27.
Yes,
8 plus 13 misses, right?
Hit.
Oh, yes!
Hang on.
Okay, so that's 4. Are you serious?
1.
1114.
That's 7. So 7 plus 27 is?
No, 7 plus.
Oh, plus 27 plus 9. So, okay, 7 plus 9 is
16.
16 plus 27 is
27 is...
The
the first, the
okay.
previous round.
43.
Do you need us to separate out the attacks?
43.
Or you give one big number.
It's fine.
He's gonna ignore all them. What's happening?
43.
Okay, you got it.
I really wanted to stun. Okay, my bonus, I guess I'll use.
Wait,
does
still have
she?
one more at that. Here,
Yeah,
Yeah,
push it
we
into
got
3
you.
attacks.
Yeah, he gets 3 attacks.
Hit. 14 plus 13. Oh, much better.
3 ish. 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6.
14 plus 9
Plus
is
9.
23.
23.
So
Hit.
43 plus 23 is 66. Go to hell.
Got it. Again, you see this sort of slash. It's just like these. You open these cuts. You notice now, having done this amount of damage, there appears to be no blood coming from these wounds.
But does she seem in pain at all?
She does
Like,
not. She
any
seems a bit
kind-
irritated, but she doesn't really seem to be caught in that kind of like, oh my god, no, he hurts so much. Oh no.
What?
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what exactly you were expecting. So, what were you expecting her to do?
I don't know, bleeding.
Okay, but she's not bleeding. So what else?
Like no pain. Like not like whining pain, but like at all, no damage at all.
She just seems more annoyed. Damage is being taken. Like you can see these like cuts. You can see
Right.
the clothes
Are they all
being
healing?
torn, and
like just now.
you saw some appear to be healing, but yeah, it hasn't got to her turn yet. It is
Oh
now.
wow, shit. Okay.
You're gonna have to run.
Okay, then I will just stop there.
Okay. So she will.
Wait, can I disengage?
Good question. Have you used the bonus action yet?
No, I haven't. So can I I can disengage, I think. But I have to use a key point. Yeah, maybe I'll disengage. Is everyone still near Bob, right?
No. I mean, well,
Oh,
yes,
no,
because
Kaman's
Bob's
on
kind of
Bob.
come down to only Kaman is on Bob. This is sort of where everyone else is.
Yeah, because if you're gonna run, then I'm too far. Okay, I use one key point to disengage,
Okay.
and then I kind of go back to where everyone is.
Well, everyone's around you and Malena at the minute.
Oh,
You can,
So the only one that's Barra that's by this sort of large earth elemental sort of near you as well.
can she get on top of Bob?
I mean, with her movement, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to disengage to come round, but yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'll disengage with my key point.
Okay, so you use your key point, and then with your movement, you get back on Bob. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Why no stun?
Oh, not fair. No. Okay, as we then go to Malena, who first of all, you see,
Beep, 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 beep.
so you see there's a point where she just you see there's a glow of green from the circlet around the sort of the back of her head anyway, and that sort of green jade energy just kind of begins to emanate out from the cuts and the wounds on her body, and you see that it's not that they get healed, it's that they begin to be replaced with this sort of jade stone in the gaps and in the cuts.
She's becoming stone.
So
So she is dying, but the thing is taking over. It's like a symbiote. It's like
Even. Okay.
cool. And
Jade Venom.
Jade Venom.
She's a green one.
She looks at you all and she says,
venom legend.
"You don't think so? But I wanted to be reasonable about this. Lord Buldar just simply demanded your death. No, sometimes I have to give it to him. He's right." And she reaches her head back and sort of like just begins to scream. And so the scream just builds up from within her as this sort of pulse of green energy sort of like flares out.
Counter spell.
Cool. So your counter spell, what level are you casting it at?
Oh, that is a scary question. Well, shit balls. Fucking piece of shit. I will cast it at level 4.
Level 4? Okay, so roll a d20.
A D20. Yes.
20. Come on, 20.
My spell modifier is. Thing is 9. Is it wait? Is this for
No, 11 plus your spell modifier, which
Okay.
is 16.
No, I know. I asked. Okay, this
So
is
totally
bad.
16.
Yeah.
So you cast the counter spell, you reach out your hand and go, nope! And the power of this just barrels through.
Oh shit. Okay.
As the spell she casts will. One second, sorry. This. Cool. So she will cast. I need everybody to make a intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, that's not going to end well.
Oh
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
no! I'm sorry.
I am
Let's
down.
see.
D-U-M-B.
I use my legendary.
11.
Tell me about that. How does that work?
No
That's
die.
from the mask, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut mouse.
11 for me.
Okay.
No.
11 for you?
If you fail a
Yeah.
saving throw, you can choose to succeed instead. So
You got
do I find out first? Like, do I? If I just have to
You'll
find
need
out
to.
if I
So
fail
what did you roll?
Total, I rolled 16.
So you did fail,
Okay.
and you will instead succeed. So let me roll out the dice in total. So that is.
Oh, the DM is loading. We're doing weird shit.
Yeah, we're the same colors.
Okay, so what did you roll it?
13.
Can someone roll an intelligence save for Bob as well?
Yes.
No, not me.
It's okay, you roll
18 plus
1.
19.
Bob's smarter than both
Bob's
of us.
fine. So, Bob. Bob's just there
smartest
going,
one in the party."
what's that noise? Regardless, everybody
What do you eat
that saved, which is currently Barra and Bob, takes 33 points of psychic damage,
Yikes!
33.
but you are not stunned.
Oh, shit.
Everybody else takes 66 points of psychic damage and are stunned.
66.
So 33 lah.
No, psychic. So, yeah, so it just comes straight through as this scream of rage kind of comes out of Malena. And to the extent that you can also see behind this, the power that, that comes through this, you can hear the sound of a tyrant of the deep ocean screaming through his chosen, warlock, his displeasure.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay. So it is now. Let me just check the details of the spell to see when the saves are allowed afterwards. At the end of each of your turns, you can then make a save if you are stunned. That is her
How was it?
action. And her bonus. So it now goes to Barra. You are not stunned, though you are obviously you've taken some damage from that, but you're fully healed from the long rest token.
So now it's just Barra.
Okay.
It's just Barra and Bob.
And Bob, who's carrying
Oh,
you?
and Bob, and Bob.
Who's
Bob.
carrying you?
Okay,
And Kaman.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your fault to pick up.
So you have to pick up,
F-bomb.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up your mom.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
Sorry, can I get a more aerial view? Where is Malena?
Oh wait, no, she will do one thing because you're stunned, aren't you?
Mm-mm.
She will do one thing.
Oh, seriously, Lisa.
She reaches out to you, Yrsa, and takes the bag of holding.
No!
What, the one with all our stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. The
Okay.
one without the diadem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't know
Yeah.
Yes!
because you've only got. She only knows. She's only seen you
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
one,
Oh,
and she's
no.
seen that you carry
Oh,
it.
money!
Oh, money!
No, we have a lot of it with the holding out, the option out.
Kaman's got the one with the diadem in, and you've got the one with
All our stuff.
your stuff in it. So she
Yeah.
reaches out, feeling, and grabs it,
More
and just smiles.
More less.
Yeah.
Pickpocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Police.
Police!
How can this be allowed?
And that would be her free action.
Traded for money.
And she casts a main. Well, yeah, she can't do anything else. That's it. She's done. So pretty effective. So that then goes to you. Sorry, Jack.
Barra, no stress. Can I get a more aerial view? So I can't tell because
Of course
they're all so charismatically glowing. I can't tell who is who.
So over
Melena's
here
right
is you.
next to Bob. It's the
Melena's right
orange
here
tree.
with the red.
Right above your head.
And that's your spiritual weapon. Is
Yeah,
it?
spiritual weapons on the side.
Where are the? I'm gonna move my head so I can see the other two of them.
So what do you need?
No,
It's Yrsa to the
Kie
right.
is literally underneath Bob. You can see a sword sticking out here. Kaman is
It's very
Can I
cute.
go
in
to
the
the side
same
with
space.
my sticky stick.
So it is Yrsa here.
Very high.
That's Yrsa.
And
I'm pointing at her
spiritual
right
weapon
now. So
Oh no.
Bob could pick up Yrsa and fuck off.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, yeah. I mean, he's gonna take AO lah, but I think he will. I'm hoping he'll be okay.
You can kill us, but you cannot take our stuff!
No, he's gonna take you. He's gonna leave the stuff.
No, I'm just angry at Malena.
Oh, okay.
Who does that? Who steals people's
A
things?
rude
Too
person.
much.
So
Okay,
this is
Too
how the
much.
DM
The slap
deals
was
with
totally...
cold economy.
I will do better
Bizarre.
next time.
Not intentionally. Like in my mind, I don't know why I thought this,
Okay.
but in my mind, you guys were gonna go, all right, Melina, you win. Here's the diadem, and you know, and like we'll figure out how we're gonna like get it back from you in some weird heist movie bit.
As a
No, like fuck you. Let's go. Quite in the quad. Let me come up in your face. Come here. What vaccine? What vaccine? Huh?
Okay, as a reaction, okay, I will use now. So I will. Bob has been conscripted, yes. Bob has been conscripted, yes.
Conscripted?
Yes.
As a member of the Namandan military.
Is he not?
No, he's not a member of the
come
military. No, he's not.
Oh, for shit's sake.
Come on.
Okay,
he's not on the
Okay,
parade
we're all
ground with you
together.
being
We're
a
all
sergeant.
together. It's fine. Don't worry. After you is me. Then after him, me is Bob. Then after Bob is Kaman.
No. Okay. So I have a okay. So I have a plan. I have a dastardly plan.
Okay. Everyone else is stunned other than Bob. So the only
Yes.
person you can communicate with using your
Okay. it's
Okay.
breakfast.
free action is Bob.
So So now gives them only an action. Is it not even?
Action.
It's just literally an action. That's it.
Oh,
Yep.
So he can't even fly away.
Bob can't use it. He's not a member of the Mandan military.
Oh yeah. No. As in
We can't use it. We're
no, boy, no. Okay. You don't understand. Okay. Okay. I am going to. It's okay. I'm gonna tell Bob. Use now on Bob. I can't use now on Bob. Freaking. Okay. No, I'm gonna tell Bob. Bobby. I'm gonna save my action, but first I'm gonna give Bob an instruction. So Bob's instruction. Where does Bob go? Bob goes after
So
Yrsa, but he
now
doesn't.
needs a reaction.
Yeah, I'm not using now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell Bob as my free action. Bobby, get Yrsa and go.
Okay.
I am going to hold my action
Uh-huh.
until Bob. No, the bad
What
people.
action are you holding?
Yeah, you have to ready an action.
I'm going to ready an action, which is I am going to cast Wall of Force in a sphere around Malena and that whatever that big thing is.
Ready to.
Betty to.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yeah, got it. So like
Yeah.
the dome form of Wall of Force. That's
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
move. Yeah, yes.
She's thinking sphere, so they're
They're
enclosed.
closed. Yeah.
So sort of like that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a.
How big is it?
Wall of Force, it is a sphere with 10-foot radius.
Oh.
So basically, I only want to block them off.
I think you can. I think I'm going to say you can. Right?
Okay.
It's a close enough squeeze. That I'm going to give it to you.
Okay, otherwise I'm just going to tell Bob to get Yrsa and go so that she's out of range as well. Because on his turn, he can do
So
that.
basically, the order of action is this: Bob is going to grab Yrsa.
And
Once he's out of range,
Yeah.
you're going to drop the.
Wall of Force.
Okay, you got it. Okay. So that's great. Are you moving anywhere?
I guess I'm going to... Am I in engagement range with the big guy? No, I'm not, right?
Not at the moment. No.
I'm going to run into the bar. But I'm going to keep...
You will lose line of sight to be able to cast.
Ah,
the Wall
yeah.
of Force.
So I'm going to run in, but you know how we can see
Melina.
Athena?
Yeah.
So how can you see Athena? So I'm going to run there so that I have a window to be able to cast Wall of Force.
Sure. 1,
Oh,
2,
Excellent.
3.
And I'm telling you what I'm going. Okay, tell you later. Okay, I'll tell you.
So I put you here. I put you here so you can see,
Okay.
and then so you can cast Wall of Force. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my move. I've used my. Okay. So I still have one bonus action. With
If
my
you
bonus.
cast a bonus action spell, you will not be able to cast a Wall.
Yeah, correct. Huh? So I sing a song. So, so I'm gonna sing a song. I just like look at Athena. Athena already has bardic inspiration. Who's gonna try and save like this
So
Yrsa?
as you look at Athena, make a perception roll for me.
To give Bobby inspiration.
To give Bobby information. Yeah, that's true. That's an 18. No, that's
You
a
see
20.
Athena is being dragged away towards another part of this room by the two dragon.
Another part of the room.
As in, out of your line of sight. So basically,
What the shit?
so
Oh no, I gave you
Athena's
body
here,
inspiration, you cannot resist.
and you see this way, they're going this way.
My body inspiration for what? Oh my god.
I rolled.
Oh, I
rolled.
see.
And it did get used. But not enough.
Okay. Okay, well, so that's what I see. Unfortunately, I've already said
Yeah,
what I'm
you
going to do.
I get it. It's just like I'm
Yeah.
letting you know it's what you see, and you're
Oh.
just like, oh, fuck's sake.
Did she disappear?
She pulled away in that direction.
So can I still see her?
No.
I can, okay, fine. I'm like, I'm Feyre! And then I'm like, fine, I guess I'll give a bonus to somebody else. Yrsa is the one who has to roll to snap out of it, right?
Yrsa is the next to roll snap at it, yeah.
So I'll give you lah. Then you can save, right? Because at most Bob take AO. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can't avoid the AO.
Cho. Can. He can action disengage and
No, he has to be your...
But if she can save, then
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you can save, then he doesn't.
Cho. Okay.
Okay, and if you save, you give him a different action because his current action is to put you up.
Got it.
So you okay? So I sing at Yrsa. Okay.
Sing at me.
So, okay. Hey, when the night is dark. No, that's not the lyric. What is it? When the night has come. Down in Sigil town, and some shit is really going down. Malena's cast a spell, we might all go to hell. And that's why, with this song, I wanna tell. Hey, Yrsa, don't stand blindly. Don't just stand blindly. Hey, Yrsa, make your save. Come find me. Boom, 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 boom.
Face of utter confusion.
Woo!
Intelligent one.
I blur. The
Okay,
wrong kind of blur.
okay.
Okay, and so that is a wonderful bit of bardic inspiration. Thank you very much for that, Joe. And that is the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn as I watch the love of my life getting dragged off into a different chamber.
As she pulled in the other way, you're like,
Why are you so weak?
She's
Why you're
so
only
weak.
level 4?
She's literally level 4. She may have picked up another couple of levels, but that's about it, right? She's like, oh no, what am I doing here? Okay, as we then go to Yrsa, your turn disappears in the blur, though you do have a moment of like, darling, fucking make your intelligence saving throw for me.
What is the
Intelligence of
Plus.
Intelligence.
D10, right?
Body is an extra D8 if you want. You can roll first and then roll after.
Let's see. Currently it is 11, which doesn't look good. I'm going to try 15. But
It doesn't make it, I'm afraid.
Oh
No.
no.
Sorry.
I
Never mind.
So despite hearing the song in your head, you're just like, huh? What? And as the scream and the racking of that sort of Buldar's voice basically kind of wrecks inside your brain, you still find yourself kind of disoriented beyond belief. As we go to
Bob.
Bob. Yes.
Yeah.
What's Bob doing?
Bob is going to cannot disengage, right? Disengage, you cannot pick you up. Okay, Bob is just gonna
Bob has a bonus action disengage.
Bonus
yes.
action disengage, grab Yrsa, and get out of range. So he can't get to the cafe door, right?
No.
Like, he can't get to the cafe door.
No.
I thought it was one of those. I thought like Sigil's cafes were built for like
Not built for
massive
oversized
people.
Griffins. No.
racist.
It is. It's fundamentally
racist and sizes.
beastish, if you will. Yes, it's like monstrous-ish.
Okay.
I'm very
So he's
sorry.
gonna disengage, pick up Yrsa,
Mm.
sling her on his back, and then essentially he's gonna fly to the other side of the cafe. I'm gonna say try and catch a glimpse of me.
So, in order to do this, because Yrsa is stunned and not really able to manage herself, right? I'm perfectly happy for Bob to do this, right? Bob, you have a choice. Bob can either grab Yrsa and toss her up to, like, the
Okay.
other two,
Right.
and then they can grab her, and then Bob gets his full move.
They're both stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She'll
Bob
knock
can
them
just
over
grab
like
me
rolling
and go.
pins. Okay,
So, yeah, Bob's going to grab you again, in which case his movement is hard. Because he's basically having to deal with,
That's
like,
fine, that's
I don't want to hurt you, just come, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? And so, so Bob, however, just takes him and goes, excuse me, back in a minute, and and then just like reaches over and goes, come with me, mummy, and grabs you, and then just like sort of flies away. Now his movement, I
It's
believe,
reduced to 60 because it's half now.
Oh,
60, so he gets to move
great.
60.
So he's gonna go as far as he can.
So he gets to go 12 squares. So he's like, excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Oh, so
We
polite.
have to rename his disengage to excuse me.
Yeah, it really is, right? So he gets to go in a given direction. He is not going to... Remind me of Bob's intelligence. It's about 10, right?
11.
11, yeah. So He's not going to go towards the
Oh,
back
12, sorry.
here.
Yeah, 12.
Instead, he's going to go around the back.
We've also told him not to fly higher than 4 stories, or is it 3 stories? I can't remember.
Yeah, so he's just basically going to go
Okay.
around the corner
That's fine. And
with
then
the intention of getting out of line of sight, as well as getting you guys safe.
So the moment he does that, my wall of force goes off.
It certainly does. I need to make a dice roll, excuse me.
I am multiple people.
It does not.
Ah!
Asmina looks over and goes, nope.
Oh, she
Oh,
knocked
she
you.
counterspelled. Okay.
Yeah, no, exactly. What can you do?
Okay, now, here's the stupid question. Can you counterspell?
You can.
Ooh.
But
I-
you
Absolutely
can't,
can.
right?
But you've used your
I've
reaction.
used my reaction because yeah.
Have you? Wait, what did you use on?
I used it to. Oh yeah, I haven't.
No, you did, because the reaction is used as part. Sorry, I just remembered. The reaction is used as part of the held action. When you hold an action, to trigger it, use your reaction.
Oh, I
That is
didn't know that.
correct.
Oh,
yeah,
then it's
that is
useful
correct.
to know.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah,
No.
that's right. You did.
One of the strange pivot
So
things.
again, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
I can see this happening. Oh, I can't do anything. Like
this
the-
is mechanically bound by rules. The system,
Like
why damn you?
the Austin Powers guy who gets run over.
No, it
by
is.
the
It really
cinema.
is. It's like, no! One of the funniest things is when he's also trying to turn it around as well in the corridor.
And then
Anyway.
we glance over at do you have counterspell?
He's unfortunately he's also stunned.
And,
Yeah,
and he's also around the corner.
Everybody is stunned except for your bus. Which is
Yes.
good.
Oh, your bus.
The
I
bus.
heard your butts.
Your butts are stunned. Your butts are the green globe. The green globes are stunned, I'm afraid. On that note, it is so Bats Bob's move. He's grabbed you. He's moved. That's it. I'm done. It is now. Kaman, you get to make an intelligence saving
You
throw.
can do this. You're a smart guy.
Yeah, you are very smart.
Not anymore.
Smart man.
Oh,
Man.
He's not so smart.
You are still very much in a roll a d20 for me.
Some people want to grow up to be
16.
stuntmen.
16?
Yes,
Okay,
grown up.
so you are in a very nice place. Like normally when you go off in your dream quest or whatever, it's really kind of, especially with Yrsa going bad place recently, it's not been good. But actually this is really nice, right? This is like, you're just having tea somewhere, it's really pleasant, it's like, oh, it's just, I just feel quite comfy.
Is that the smell of a sock somewhere?
You
I
definitely,
associate that with tea.
yeah,
Strange. Strange indeed.
as it is now going
Ready
to...
to.
Benny Boo.
Well, it's the elemental actually, because it's at the bottom. So the elemental now looks around and
Yeah, Benny drink.
sort of will step back a bit and will attempt to reach through the gap that's here and grab Barra
Oh,
to
I
see
thought
what
we
it can.
had the window. Oh no, I didn't.
Well, it's because that's the gap. I mean, the alternative was
No
to
worries.
get you through. Like I couldn't see how I could put you where there's no window here.
No problem.
So
No
yeah,
problem.
so it was the alternative was the gap under the stairs or nothing. Right?
Okay,
so,
what do I do?
so it's basically you're going to get additional cover
Oh,
anyway.
I can't react.
So what's your-
I
yeah.
can't react.
Exactly. So rolls a 19. What's your AC?
My AC is lower than that. It is 16.
But you are going to get a plus from being in basically full cover or
Okay.
in 3/4 cover, so it's +4. So you're not going to
Ah,
get hit. So the thing you see, there's a moment of like this large sort of stony hand kind of reaches in towards you,
Oh, fuck.
and you're just like,
Oh,
"Ah,"
yeah.
as you
It
step out the
stops
way.
inches away.
And then just like it just kind of plunges past, like the cave troll scene in Moria, kind of like
Oh.
comes flailing past, and
Oh,
you just see this
thank
hand
fuck
reach in,
for that.
reach
No,
out,
I can't react.
and it attacks again, and exactly the same roll, same thing happens.
Oh.
Like from the other hand, kind of like you reaching through, and you see the sort of the fingers just clutching, sort of
Okay.
inches away from your face as you're like.
I can't.
Is it damaging the windows? Oh, police!
It's definitely
Yeah.
damaged the staircase.
It does, in fact, seem to have like done some damage to the staircase.
Call,
staircase
call,
is
someone
damaged.
call.
Oh,
Are the
mata.
citizens
Oh,
like doing
mata.
anything?
Hello, harmonium.
Coming to arrest?
So that's its turn. It is bad guy number 2
Bad guy
Who
number 2. A
will
little bit of bad guy. You know.
who sees that Bob has gone around this corner, so he is going to come around here. and that's his movement and his
Oh,
run as well.
it's the invisible man.
To get
What are
around
we
the corner
doing
there.
this? No, it's the same guy.
That's right. You know what
The guy that cast
Ah,
the
yeah. Oh
elemental.
shit, he's not invisible. Okay, he's
that a tail?
formerly known as invisible.
So yes, it's previously known as the Invisible Man. Yes, indeed. So that is now.
Me.
Yeah, the poor extra is exactly like Kaman was a few weeks ago. He's like, I ran this way, now I run that way, now I run this way. You remember this where exactly the mansion where you were just basically
It's like, oh,
all
combat's
you were
over
doing
there.
is ping pong running.
Combat's finished and everyone's leaving.
So that's exactly how that guy is feeling. So that then
Kindred spirits.
goes to yes. Will you please make a saving throw? Intelligence.
Oh. 11 plus 2.
30.
So wherever you are, it is dozy and warm and comfy.
Oh my god!
And it's sort of like bomb.
My friends!
Maybe you're on a horseback. Maybe you're somewhere else. Like
Does she
it's
not-
all
does she-
ready when you're
Does she
young.
not get a bonus from the sword yelling at her?
She failed that inside check.
Oh, right.
So yes, there is there in your mind somewhere a long way away. There's someone going, "Fuck's sake, Kie, pick up the phone." But that's about it. Yeah.
Yaga must reach out with the power of love.
Yes, it's been a long time.
He's hey, listen, like, that's not his fault. So he's mostly there, just kind of going, I keep calling.
Aww.
Is what it is.
You
So,
used to call me on my cell.
cell phone. Used to call me on my
Yeah,
short
like in a
sword.
day state. Yeah, in a day state, like takes a sword, like, hello? Oh.
It's your fault. But I'm not calling on a short sword. As we go to Malena,
Oh,
who
shit.
Malena.
looks
Malena.
and just she sort of looks over and stares at you, Barra, and just says,
I can't react! Oh, shit.
"Is this your final chance?" And she sort of uses her turn to look in the bag of holding.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I was like, you really got the bag.
And she puts her hand in, and she
It's a mimic man.
thinks of the diadem.
Uh-huh.
It's not there. She
Correct.
got the wrong hand.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
She thinks they're diadem,
Okay.
and she pulls her hand out, and then she says, "This is your last chance. Give me the diadem, and then you will all go free. I don't suggest you come back to Urtu for a little while, hot moment to be built. Don't give me the diadem. Not only is your friend's life forfeit, but I will have to keep hunting you down. It's that simple."
Too mutinous face over here.
Hmm. I can't react, I'm sorry. I would normally answer
says-
you.
Don't worry. I'll be seeing you.
I'll answer
She
on
snaps her
my
fingers and
turn.
disappears.
Oh!
She left?
After doing property damage?
Yeah.
Not our fault.
She might just be invisible. Because we're not out of initiative yet. I mean, there's also 2 guys on
You
us.
can see her.
I can see. I don't. Can I see 5 more?
5
more
rounds,
I
yeah,
can, I
you're
can.
still within
Is she
your-
invisible?
Can't see her.
So she's gone
I
somewhere.
try and message my. Oh no, they're all stunned. Oh, sorry, I can't cast message.
Got thumbs up.
Barra is next.
Barra's next. Is she up?
We're not out of initiative, right?
The music is.
You're not immediately in combat. You're still in initiative.
You have to run after
I've got to run after Athena.
go.
So I've seen where Athena is.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run after her as far as my little feet can carry me.
Okay, so you go through in here. Um,
I'm
And-
gonna tell, but before I do that, I'm gonna shout as a free action. Bobby, get onto the roof. Forget everything we told ya.
he can't hear.
Okay.
He's going around the corner and he's listening to you.
Gone round the little corner.
Yeah,
But
so-
as he goes round the corner, is there any window anywhere that I can see him?
No,
Oh,
not to here, I'm afraid. That's their solid brick wall. There is, however, a door that is open on this side over here,
okay.
and you see as you step through it, you don't see these 2 dragonborn. You don't see Athena.
Ah!
As it's come around to your turn again, and they do not appear visible here.
Even with my blind sight, yeah, within 30 feet.
They're not within 10.
Oh shit, they
Oh, stuff.
have done my dimension door, I suppose. Ah, freaking balls, Athena, freaking. Okay. Well, I run out the door anyway, just to see what's going on.
Mhm. So you come out the door here to the side, and you see roughly the same point is when you see Bob coming around this side over here. He's kind of, a couple of stories up. He's not very high up, but he's just up here with everybody kind of clutching onto him.
Okay.
And you look around, you don't see Athena.
I haven't used my turn yet. I'm gonna try and...
You do see one other thing, so just so you know. The last thing you see baddie number 2. Baddie number 2 steps through a large purple door and disappears.
Wow, so it's like, have my dimension, like, does it look like my dimension
It does
door?
look like a dimension door to you.
Oh, okay, because I've never...
Not your dimension door, but it looks like a dimension door to you.
Oh! Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna use my turn to use my action. I'm gonna pull out the fabric flower that I gave to Athena. I'm gonna scry. Oh shit, this takes a while, right?
Hey, we'll take a little
It
while.
will take a little while. Fuck. Okay, I'll use my sending. Like, Athena, describe what you see in few words as possible. Don't worry, we'll come for ya. We're still okay. Stay alive for that lunch date.
No response.
No response? If
She might be
she's unconscious, you can't respond, right?
Or she might be gagged.
You don't need to speak out loud for Senor, I don't think. I don't think, I might check. But
Okay.
even so, in this case, it's, the no response, and the immediate thought comes to mind is she must be unconscious.
Okay. Well, then if I have any actions left, so I didn't use my free action to yell at Bob. So
right now, you are out of initiative.
okay.
As you see that Bob is up there with your 3 friends, and you do see sort of coming, sort of stomping their way down the main part of the road. Not coming directly towards you are 4 or 5 huge, heavily armored people who are kind of looking around and looking quite, frustrated and angry.
The elemental is still there, right?
Huh?
Elemental who punched the wall is still there.
The elemental is not there anymore
Oh, how come?
because the guy disappeared. And
Oh,
so he
okay.
went away. So the elemental is gone. The only thing that's currently there is... Oh, no, the spiritual weapon goes with concentration or not? No, it's not concentration. So the only thing that's currently there is Kaman's spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, you guys have got an action now, maybe 2. I would say there's 30 or 40 seconds, maybe 3 or 4 rounds, before these folks make their way around to that side.
Do you think they can be reasoned with? Okay, so we're out of combat, right? So I'm gonna shake people.
Yeah, are we all still
Can we
stunned?
break out of it?
Make one more intelligence save, please.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Ah!
15.
Reroll! 12.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to say that you guys, you do manage to wake them all up, make them conscious. Instead, I'm going to give you the equivalent of being 1 level of exhausted for the moment, anyway, which is where you just take disadvantage on ability checks because your head is ringing.
Okay.
You're like, not on saves or attack rolls, but on ability checks.
Okay. I dismiss my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Yeah, it's gone.
And then I say, are we going to stay here and explain this, or are we going to leave?
I think we should leave.
Ha!
Okay, I get on Bob, I guess. Then we can all...
What happened?
I'm so tired.
Wait, what's Bob's speed?
She screamed.
Both speeds 120, but he'll get you far.
She's unkillable and she screamed. And,
Where she go? Wait,
Okay.
do I actually see what happened around me when I'm stunned, or
No, it's like...
so it's like from the moment I was stunned, memory loss?
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's memory loss as opposed to just like it just
What
doesn't make any
presence?
sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's all stuff. It's just a big blur.
My head very pain. What happened? I know she screamed and then.
and then we got robbed.
Huh?
As in she took your bag.
Let me know whether you allow me to do this, Ramji.
Actually, you don't know that, Ed.
Huh?
You don't know that because you're stunned as well.
I didn't see that.
I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys. So Bobby can go. You took mommy's bag.
Where's the food? That's where the food is.
I fall down to my knees. But
Okay, Ramji, also at this time, let me know whether you allow me to do this. I am going to use prestidigitation to cast a small symbol that looks as close to Athena's face as possible.
No, that's not a prestidigitation thing.
No, really? Can't it be like a...
Like, you could do like a smiley with prestidigitation, but that's about it.
Minor illusion, yes.
Yeah, you need minor illusion.
But, okay, because minor illusion, I want to leave it for the people to see. I want to leave it for the policemen.
Well, the question is, are you going to be hanging out waiting
No,
for
no.
these
See,
people?
but prestidigitation stays, you sir. That's how
Sure. So the prestidigitation is basically a bit of
Minor illusion
graffiti.
states too, doesn't it?
Minor illusion doesn't stay.
Regardless, it's
I'm slightly confused about what the picture of Alpina's face is meant to do to the policeman.
No, it's just so that they can catch her. Hopefully, like they have a...
I'm reasonably certain that make an intelligence roll for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
The minor illusion.
Yeah.
Intelligence, that is 15.
Okay, it's two things. One, minor illusion lasts for a minute. The second one is vandalism is definitely included in property damage.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
What if he's just floating in the air?
Yeah.
So it'll only last for a minute. The minor illusion.
Okay, so I get on Bob. I'm like, fly, you fools! And as Bob like ascends into the air, I use the maximum range of my minor illusion,
30 feet.
30 feet, to cast a symbol into the air above, as far
Minor
as...
illusion is this big.
Yeah, that's fine. It's going to be floating, it's floating above the roof. And it's essentially a picture and these words saying, Malena was here.
It's 5 feet, so it's about this big.
Yeah,
It's not very large.
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
So it just says Malena was here above the roof.
yeah, then as a face, I have...
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very smug looking Malena face. And Malena was here. Okay, you got it. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
and then we fly.
It's a nice touch.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Where are you flying to?
I guess we should fly back to our boarding,
Full
our
fees.
lodgings.
Yes, yes.
Bob's like, I know where we're going. It's okay. I do.
No, I roll
We were
inside.
just there this morning.
I'm rolling
It's fine.
inside.
Good.
That's a 4, never mind. You can do whatever you
So,
want.
so eventually we'll get to the Angel's Rest.
Yes. So you make it back to the Angel's Rest without too much difficulty, actually. Bob rolled very, very well in his
Oh,
flight.
well done, Bobby.
And he takes because is everyone okay? What
No.
happened? What happened? Why didn't you kill her? Kie, what happened?
I tried, and then she screamed, and it was so...
Yeah, it hurt. My nose bled.
Aw,
Yeah.
are you okay, Bob?
My ears bled.
Yeah.
You're all 66 points down here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
some level of hurt, and Bob
Yeah.
is quite, a bit dishevelled. I need sleep.
Sleep.
Uh,
What time is it?
It's really bright now.
yeah, it's mid morning. Like at least in terms of the hub and the light, the way it's working. No, sorry, it wasn't. It was evening.
Yeah,
Pardon
it was
me.
evening.
Evening. So it's nowhere near this bright. I mean,
Floodlights!
yes, indeed. The
let's get
floodlights.
back to our room.
There we go. That's more realistic.
We're in our room. We'll discuss this.
Okay.
So let's look at the situation now. Number 1, they have Malena.
They
Athena.
have Athena.
Like their names rhyme,
I mean, they have Malena too.
but they're not the same person.
Who's angry at us and has the power of a god.
Yeah, but wait, we've got a final piece of Jade Diadem.
But clearly she's angry, and she's angry enough to take Athena. So they have Athena,
Yeah.
who's clearly a big part of her patron's power.
Actually, it doesn't sound like she gives a shit about Athena.
Yeah, she was just like a pawn.
And I don't think
She was willing to kill her in order to get the diadem. So clearly, she doesn't matter that much to the god anymore. Lah.
Okay?
So make between you guys. I'm happy to make one insight roll or two insight rolls individually or one insight with advantage.
That's me, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me.
With the advantage.
He's our inside man.
It's pretty good.
natural 20.
Very nice.
Yes!
So I mean, it wasn't a huge deal, but it was more a case of you got the impression that whilst Malena's the instrument or has a pact or whatever with Baldar and is sort of like very much into all of that, she doesn't care about Athena. Baldar may give
Some shits.
some shits to very many shits, and be certainly his pride has been stung significantly, and that doesn't go that well. But beyond that, it's really Malena making a deal.
So if we really want to catch them, we could camp out at the barber's. They eventually have to go back there because that's the only way back to Urtu. That's my thoughts.
Well, the thing is, she did say that. Well, actually, no, I don't remember this because we were stunned when this happened.
I'll share what Malena said to me.
So, well, Barra says that she says she'll hunt us down regardless, right? So it feels like no matter where we go, she'll try to hunt us down anyway. And clearly, she doesn't want to bring us back to Urtu because that was like the first option I offered, and she was like, no ultimatum, bitch. So, I'm thinking we should try to find our own key first.
Okay. So here's the thing, Barra.
Yeah.
The only way to get Athena back at the moment is giving her the piece of the Jade Diadem. And we don't want to do that.
You're okay.
So, we want to help you get back, Athena.
We all have to get her back. She's a major part of the Coral King's power.
So, I have a stupid idea.
Okay.
And on that point, we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back after our little break to carry on from exactly that point of I have a stupid idea. What we normally do during our breaks, folks, is we hang around here. If you're lucky, I think Joe may even sing you a song. If not, then tough shit. And then a couple of us will take a few moments to step away, and otherwise, but we're generally here to hang out and chat and do random things, including a conversation about how Carl's Jr.'s onion rings are amazeballs.
They
I will
are.
pause here. And
Onion rings are toxic to dogs as well. It's a good thing that
onions
you
are
eat them.
toxic to dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
But he ate the fries, so
He
it's
ate the
fine.
crisp cut fries, which I ordered. Therefore,
I'm very happy to
Oh,
share.
what?
no, I don't care. It's
No,
fine.
seriously, I genuinely am happy because I already had a snack earlier. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I will.
Onion rings.
Why don't you and I go down? We can have
Oh
some
no, it's
onion
okay.
rings.
I'll give a song first.
Do your shout outs first. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Okay, so as Ramji said, generally during the break we do a bit of a song for new followers or new subscribers. Woo! First we do a cheer for you. That's for you.
Welcome.
Woo! Okay.
For you.
So I haven't usually I take like a minute to plan these out, but I didn't today because I was distracted by fries, which I'm not going to have.
Shall we take a moment to talk about where we are in the story? For those of you who have just joined us, hey, welcome to our friends from all over the world. We're a stream in Singapore. As you can tell, it's a D&D 5th edition campaign, but not in the vanilla D&D campaign worlds.
Not like a what is it? Turmeric?
Oh,
Turmeric.
Turmeric because we're kind of like
turmeric.
in Asia or Southeast
flavor.
Asia.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
not vanilla lah. Vanilla very
That's
rare.
true. That's true. Vanilla's very.
I thought that was mildly racist because yellow.
Oh no! Okay, sure, some other spice that's not yellow. What other spice is not yellow? I don't know, man. Chili padi, okay lah.
Really? Okay.
Nobody's that bright red, right?
I don't think so.
okay, sure.
Except for Malena, bitch!
Okay.
There's good news, Joe, which is that half fries.
Oh yay!
You ate your dinner that was left on the table.
No!
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
what?
Oh my god, I pushed it in all the way as
Yeah,
well.
no, it's Dylan. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Did it have any chocolate in it?
No, I didn't.
What was your dinner?
The mushroom salad from Salad Fork. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh no.
I think you'll be alright.
Oh, it's so healthy though.
Okay, yes. Carry
The
on.
dog ate the food.
So we're in hot pursuit. All right, hot pursuit
We're not so hot.
of this hobgoblin princess named Malena.
Actually, it's the other way around now.
Oh, we were okay.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, Sheena, you're much better at this than I am.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so once upon a time, we were just an innocent party trying to, escort this person from to another country to do negotiation talks. Then she got kidnapped. And then after that, we found out we were in a plot. And then we got arrowed to go and rescue this princess who was kidnapped. And it turns out this princess wasn't kidnapped. She was actually there on her own free will. And she was trying to get this special item that's the Jade Diadem. But then the Jade Diadem actually belongs to this evil sea god person called Boda, or the King of Corals. Yeah. Supposed to be a god, but not really a god. It's very confusing. Anyway, he's evil. So he kidnapped this girl that Barra was sort of seeing, but not really seeing, because they invited her out for lunch, but they never really ate lunch. And then, but anyway, yeah. So that girl got kidnapped from the ship by this big sea serpent that we tried to follow but couldn't. And then got assimilated into him and then turned into his wife and part of him. It kind of gross anyway.
The King of Corals, yeah.
Yeah, so we're traveling and we're trying to find this princess. And then we eventually caught up to her, and then she was like, not very helpful, and like didn't want to go back with us because she was like, oh, they just want me to be a puppet and like not give me any power. So I want to go and find the diadem so that I can become powerful. And we were like, that's a stupid idea because you're just gonna put the diadem on and then like gonna mind fucked by the Boulder person. But then she refused to believe us. So like then she totally wiped the memories of the people who was there with her. And then
So rude.
yeah, I know, so rude. And then after that, we found the one piece of the diadem. There are three, because once upon a time, and we know this because Barra saw it in a vision. There was the diadem,
killed
then
him.
got cha. Then after that, the three advisors of the king, then who was like a dragon.
The dragon prince, right?
Yeah, who was also the brother of like Kie's sort of lover person / trainer
Oh,
/
yes.
confusing crush person in the sword that
I haven't
is
seen him in such a long time.
So yeah, then after that we found one piece and we figured, okay, she needs the other two, so we ran away. And then after that, then Barra cast a wish, and then the maid Athena, who was the girl that he was supposed to have lunch date with, appeared. And then then the god came to attack, and then this big giant guy who was really nice, was taking care of our lost
Yeah.
Bob. Bob is a griffin that we picked up along the way as an egg, and then now he's actually a griffin, and he talks because we fed like the Ryaka, the guy.
My
By
boyfriend's
we
body.
mean Barra.
So it was like a demigod, and then he ate him, and then he now can speak and stuff like that. Very cool. Anyway, So then the god came, attacked, and then then he ate Ern, who was the giant who was taking care of Bob for a while, and it was terrible. And then we found like this big onion ring that was actually a portal, and then Barra activated it, and then we are now in the Sigil, which is like a land belonging to the Lady of Pain, which is a big circle in the air, which is very confusing. Yeah.
This is the map of Sigil, folks. It's like
It's teeny tiny.
Dun, dun,
supposed to be read like
dun.
this.
Super
Every
small.
time Ramji our DM says, "Oh, we go somewhere," I'm just like,
Question mark.
"Wait, the what?"
Aw, thank you, anonymous gifter.
Oh,
So nice.
thank you. Yay.
It's anonymous gifting.
Oh, yay.
That's such a nice thing to
Anonymous.
do.
It's not.
Yeah.
Anonymous gifter.
Okay, in the meantime, just to break up the talking for a bit, this is for you, Gamekeeper. Hope you're still there. It's a little song again for our new followers, so here you go. Gamekeeper, we're followed by Gamekeeper. We're the luckiest people in the world. We're children fighting crazy villains. And now we are trapped inside Sigil where we just can't hide. And these villains stole my freaking girlfriend. But we love ya, Gamekeeper. We don't know where you are in the world. You're not here in person, but before our plight still worsens, we know things aren't at their worst because we've been followed by Gamekeeper. Followed by Gamekeeper. We're the luckiest people in the world. Gamekeeper song. And then, no! Please continue with your other tasks while I...
Thank you, 70XV, for all the gift subs. Wow!
Yay.
Make it rain! Rain!
Make it rain.
We are on a hype train. Wait, how much do I have to cheer to be
I
on the hype
never
train?
remember.
Don't know. How do you do the hype? I don't know how that.
The train, we're
Oh,
on the
there,
train.
there,
Choo,
there.
choo.
The gift sub or
Hun-
use bits to
more
get
than
to next level.
100 bits in
95% apparently.
Wait, what?
We're 95% there. What?
Yeah, I can do something. I've got skills.
Oh,
What's 5% of 1,800?
There you go. I did it. I did
Level
something.
2 emotes are so cute. Okay, I'm
Did I
doing
do
it.
it?
I am doing it.
I did it. I did it. Yay!
Did you get?
I did a hype train.
oh, so cute.
Yay, well done.
Yay! I hype chain too.
Hype! Katsu.
I've no idea what. I still don't know what it's supposed to do though.
I don't know either. I think I'm going to be able to get something.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Casey.
Yay!
We're not sure what's happening, but
Something is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
I still got
We
this.
should be better Twitchers, okay? This
Better Twitchers?
embarrassing.
Yeah, we are. You know, it's sort of in England or in British slang, Twitcher is the name of somebody that's a bird watcher.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
right?
you call them a Twitcher. I didn't really know
Can
why.
you talk about ornithologists and their problems with naming birds?
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen that post?
No.
So like birds have like the worst names possible.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
red-footed bastard and shit like that. You're like, what is
Yeah.
happening?
But you can understand why. Imagine you spent like 6 days in a hut, shitting in a bag, right? Like waiting to see like, you know, the mating dance of the red-footed plover or whatever it's actually called. But then you're like, you can't see that red-footed bastard anywhere. I can understand why you'd end up with that name. Where is that red-footed bastard? Oh, is that what it's called?
It's covered in bug bites. Still nothing.
Oh, I love that. Cool. Well, like I say, if anyone's got any questions, or
Oh
things
yes, that's
that
right.
wanna
Blue-footed boobies. Sorry, not
Blue-footed boobies.
red-footed bastard.
bring up-
Somewhere there's a red-footed bastard.
If you spend 6 days fitting into a bag, the problem is not the bird. Well, I'm always thinking about people who go to sort of Papua New Guinea or whatever, and then sit in a hide for an extended period of time, just to be able to like film Birds of Paradise. So when you see David Attenborough shows where they do like his Planet Earth, and then they have the bit at the end, Planet Earth Diaries, where no affiliation, no sponsorship. Though if anybody does want to, you've got to get in the queue behind KFC and Carl's Jr. But yeah, and he's Planet Earth Diaries, and he's like, oh yes, well, you know, Dave Daveson, because it's always some very white guy.
Dave
Right?
Daveson.
Dave Daveson has been, you know, sat in this hide for 14 days, not moving a muscle, and you're like, all right, mate, but that means I know. What are you doing with your? Yeah. Anyway, so shitting in a bag.
That's like, wow.
Shitting in the bag.
Mm.
Okay, here's a song for Voucher Decay. So just throwing them in and then you can continue talking about birds. Okay, Voucher Decay, thanks for joining us. It's just to space my time out, okay, so that I can plan the other one. Okay, Voucher Decay, this is for you. Never knew we could feel like this, though we've never met this guy before. Are they a Mr. MX or Miss? Since they've joined us, we feel something more. We now search low and high, 'cause we wanna try to find our way to Urtu before we die. The seasons may change, winter to spring, but you followed us, and that's a thing. Voucher Decay, Voucher Decay. We say thank you for following today. Yeah, thanks to you. Oh, thanks guys. Okay, now, blue-footed bastards. One of those things. One of those things.
Go eat Christmas fries. Come back.
No, I got one more.
Sure, one more.
I
Okay.
got one more, yeah. Bastards. I mean, blue-footed ones.
Oh right, yeah. It's hand. Yeah, no, but
Okay,
good.
I have a question for
Yes.
everybody. What is your favorite form of potato?
Couch
like-
potato. You ever heard that expression?
I have.
Yes, yes,
Going more with
but-
edible
Yeah.
versions.
Oh,
I'm
I
like
see.
concerned right now about the cannibalism that you're implying.
You didn't say what favorite potato to eat.
Okay,
Fine.
to
You said
eat,
favorite
to
form
eat.
of potato, and I said
Yeah.
couch potato.
Favorite form of potato to eat.
Oh,
Oh, this
This is such a tough question.
such deep philosophical.
I think it might be crisp cut fries actually.
Hmm?
It's up there. Waffle chips is pretty good. Dauphinoise is pretty good too.
fries.
I don't remember trying
Okay, so fries that
Some
thick or
downstairs.
thin, you have
that
to
kind of
specify.
fries, right?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen it. I've not tried
There's
it.
some downstairs.
Oh, this one downstairs,
Getting
yeah.
cold.
I will try later.
Getting cold.
Ooh.
Oh, do y'all like crispy fries or soggy fries?
Soggy.
Excuse
Soggy?
me. Excuse
No,
me.
you see, it's
What
a
is
thing, it's a
wrong with
thing.
you?
Yeah, no, and a lot of people prefer soggy fries. No,
How? Who? Why?
Because I mean, there's so much oil in them anyway, you might as well be able to like, taste the oil.
Oh, oh wow! That means it's actually quite possible that some restaurants that I've been to that have served me really horrible soggy fries have thought that it's a stylistic choice rather than just
Yeah.
a bad cookery.
Hey, hey.
Oh,
We have
What?
succeeded on another tier.
oh! Level 2
100! I
completed.
now have
More
this
hype
dog.
has been trained.
So happy.
Someone just parboiled a potato. And then shredded it into a frying pan, cracked an egg, and had it for breakfast. That's pretty good. That sounds like a very nice kind of
that's
roasty with
very
a
fancy
Yeah,
breakfast.
with an egg on it. Very nice. Fits or a it's not a hash brown technically.
It's not
is
the
it?
dog I wanted, but it's okay.
KFC cheese fries are pretty darn amazing. Are they the ones with like the fake cheese sauce or real cheese sauce?
Fake cheese sauce.
But the
And-
spring onion is nice.
What?
It's a sour cream.
They put spring onions on it.
Oh, okay. Poutine. There's a poutine there from JR,
It's
which
too
is
fancy. I don't think I've had that.
I'm a potato chip person.
poutine is chips, isn't it?
No?
Poutine
Is
is
it?
chips.
I thought it's
and-
like a dish.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, I thought, but
It's a fancy
I thought it was chips with. Oh no! I'm thinking of.
Qu'est-ce que c'est
You're thinking
poutine?
of gratin?
Qu'est-ce que
Is
c'est
it
gratin?
gratin?
No, I'm not thinking
Gratin?
gratin.
C'est poutine.
I thought poutine was chips and gravy, right? But like but a very French version of it.
Poutine is fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Yeah, we go.
Ooh,
Fried cheese and
thank
gravy,
you.
exactly. Yeah.
Janasi, I want to say.
Oh yeah, Casey, you're right. Salt and vinegar kettle chips is very high up there on my list
It
of
is
amazing
good.
things.
Mine might be fries. Because I like crispy things and it's like soft and fluffy
I
inside.
do like potato gratin as well.
Yes,
Sugar
me
sounds
too.
very nice. Yeah.
Simple.
It's the way
Got
they...
your food.
Hang on.
The gratin.
One more song. Like a good mash, though. Just a good mash in
Yes,
general
a
can be
good
very
mash is
good.
also might be my number 2.
Mm.
Damn, potatoes are so versatile.
Mm.
So much so that we wasted quite a lot of time talking
no,
about it.
No, I have the answer. I have the answer. Vodka.
Ah.
Mm.
Eee.
Mm. In India, we have fried mashed potatoes, says Hans. Deep fried shredded potato with chili sauce. Yum.
Fried mashed potato, what's that like?
It's like mashed potato, but fried.
So then what does it like? It
It
becomes
sounds like
crispy.
fries.
Yeah, is it like fries?
Burger
It's a fair point.
Burgadil!
What?
Burgadil.
What the hell happened there?
Burgadil is very good.
I literally have
The
never
Indonesian-
seen Lisa this excited in
It's
my
so
whole
good.
life.
And then
like,
Sorry.
50 fucking episodes we've been doing this. 46 episodes, and Lisa just woke up and went, Burgadil!
It's so
With
good.
fried carbs. Right.
It's like the
Yeah,
natural
but-
20 of potato foods, I
so
think.
good.
What is a Burgadil?
It's like a potato cutlet.
Potato
Do
cup.
you not know what burgadil is?
It's
It's not a...
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's a bit life changing lah. So.
Is it really?
a lot life changing.
Did you?
Really?
It depends. Bad burger is
Like
Okay, good one. I'm just talking about
If they
good ones.
refry it, and some people do.
like okonomiyaki life changing?
It's like a... Do you ever eat at the Indian Muslim stalls? Not really?
Sure.
Go ask
Okay, my
her.
favorite kind of burger are actually the Indonesian one.
Oh, no. Wait. It's not. It's totally not. Wait. Is it? Is it
I really like the Indonesian ones with the
Yeah,
ketchup
I
money.
The nasi
see
padang
it
stall.
is.
with like
Okay.
a sweet sauce.
Yes. Janasi, the song's for you. Okay. Well, look, it's our Janasi whom we love. Janasi whom we love. Janasi, don't leave. Oh, it's our Janasi's joining our team as we're going on Sigil's disc-shaped catwalk. It's a catwalk, yeah, though it's a bad walk, yeah, with some evil princess giving us the trash talk. But, Janasi, you're a star. Janasi, you're a star, too stellar by far. Janasi, when we're heard, come take us from the dirt. Janasi, you're a star. Boom. Thanks.
Nice right said Fred there. I like it, I like it.
Janasi. I'm gonna eat.
And you win some crisp cut fries. Yay!
I'm just alarmed by the fact that this Lisa leaned over and typed out a message on my account.
Sorry, but I signed off.
I guess.
I signed
And
off.
then logged out.
Oh, and then the best part is she's using my phone to Wi-Fi
I'm sorry.
her phone.
That's because I cannot connect your Wi-Fi.
I
It's not
don't
my
know why.
phone.
You're literally the only person on the planet that can't do this.
It's not my fault. I try again.
I
Okay.
don't know what she's doing.
It's not my fault.
We are all
Just-
very confused.
It used to work.
And I'd just like to quick shout out to Fizz for Bhutan. Bhutan!
Wait, Putin.
Poutine.
Putin is a bad word.
One is a bad word. Two is the guy that runs Russia, depending how you look at it.
I'm sorry. I thought that was the pronunciation. I apologize for cussing out everyone on the screen.
All the French people. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
So much cursing.
So
on
if there are
this.
no Canadians or French people here, I'm okay. Yes, Bhutan is a country. That is correct.
Bhutan is in fact a
Casey. It's not so great to eat. Bhutan.
I mean, some people do eat puna.
They're very happy.
Okay, goodbye.
There you go. Lisa.
Did it work?
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, fix your Wi-Fi.
I put you on a different Wi-Fi. Time.
Yeah, see, the mango one does not work for me.
Yes, for you. Yes.
Okay, but thank you.
So
Now
you're
much
special Wi-Fi.
Common, yes.
I think it means like slut.
Putin.
Puta.
Puta means whore. It's the same as Spanish.
Thank you. Yes, and in Tagalog, that's not a good word to say either. Apparently, JR.
Is that from the Spanish as well? Is that from puta as well?
Could be, because the word does refer to a sex worker. Yes. Yes, indeed. Right, Casey, it's like foul or poetry in Mandarin. And speaking of Mandarin,
What?
do we have a phrase from Sheena?
Yeah, what's the weekend
Yeah,
phrase for the
thank
day?
you for the reminder. So Hans has reminded us that it's Mid-Autumn Festival tomorrow. Yay! Also, we call it Mooncake Festival because that's the most associated item with the thing. So once upon a time in China, there was some...
I saw that movie.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Jet Li.
Jet Li one side. Yes.
Is it really?
Let's put a pin in the Jet Li. Moving on. So yes, there was some kind of warfare going on, and then people needed to pass messages, and they're like, "How can we pass messages without being known? We will bake this very special cake called a moon cake. Why? Because brown like moon, and then we stick the message inside.
So is
Yes.
that Yuan cake?
You have ping.
Yue Ping.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay. No Yuan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yue.
Ping is technically more like biscuit, but
But Ramji did say yuan ping, which is like round biscuit.
yeah.
Yeah. It describes the shape accurately.
No,
But yeah, I meant to say
square
Yue.
ones now.
Oh, they're square mooncakes.
Yeah, they're square moon cakes.
Yeah, they're mostly kind of weird shape now.
Yeah. So the
Oh.
traditional ones
fancy
have
ones anyway.
lotus paste on the inside, and then sometimes they have egg yolks, as in salted egg yolk, so like hard. And then now there are many flavors out there, and because it's Singapore, we have durian mooncake as well.
So at what age did you realize that you didn't actually like mooncakes, but you couldn't tell anybody?
From young. The good thing is my parents didn't like mooncake either,
that's good.
so we were never forced to eat mooncake. And then after that, when I started dating my husband, there was the whole maybe we should buy something for your parents for the thing. And I was like, yeah, they hate mooncake. So after that, we started buying just the durian ones for
Right,
them
right.
because I
'Cause they
figured
like
it's just durian inside, so it shouldn't
Yeah.
suck so bad, right? So yeah.
So you don't feel the need to eat lots of mooncake?
Mooncakey? No.
Are you
the only
mooncakey
time
yet?
I ever buy mooncake is for the box.
Yeah. What is that?
Cause it's the box.
I love a good box,
Yeah.
right? But this is a big thing, right? Is people buy mooncakes and they buy it because of the box it's in.
Yeah.
Which begs the question of, if you like boxes, why don't you just buy the box? Because now you have a problem of, I've got a nice box, but it's got mooncake in it, so I can't put other things in it because I need to eat the mooncake, and I've got a problem because it's mooncake.
A lot of the price actually is the box.
Sure.
It's the branding.
Like
you know.
Absolutely Chocolate has one that is the Harry Potter trunk. It looks amazing, and it comes
Oh,
with
wow.
little saucers with the Harry Potter house symbol.
Are you serious?
It's gorgeous.
How much is it?
It's stupid expensive.
Oh wow!
And you're like, I don't really want it because I'm thinking the mooncake will suck, but you just want the box. And then after you're thinking like J.K. Rowling's problematic, it's like, god damn it, woman. Stay off Twitter.
Hans has Oreo brand mooncakes.
But they're very concentrated calories.
Mm-hmm.
Like you eat a quarter of it and you're done for the day.
Pretty much. So usually it's a shared thing, like you have one cake and then you slice it like many ways, and then you eat with friends and you drink tea and then you look at the moon. What was the
You look
Chinese
at the
term for
moon.
it?
And recite poetry?
I don't know about the reciting poetry, but yeah, 赏月, as they
Yeah,
call it.
it's 赏月.
赏月.
It's tea and poetry, right?
Is it? Okay.
In it?
I guess it depends on the social circles you run in.
Fair?
Some
Fair?
people
Could-
just eat mooncakes there. Wow, very pretty. So round. That's it.
Oh, Janasi has the Harry Potter. Let's click on that
Aha.
link and look at it. Well, I quickly ask, like Casey and Richard, do you all know about 赏月? Is it tea and poetry, or
Oh,
am I
yes.
just a poser?
Yes, there's the lantern too. I forget. No, is it? Lantern.
Lanterns, yeah.
Yes.
And if it doesn't catch fire when you drop it on the floor.
$168. Get the fuck out. Sorry.
So the $168 includes the plates, The 128 ones, I think, do not include the plates.
Holy crap, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I do see the boxes being quite good for people who like Harry Potter and like dice.
And are firmly middle class.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh god, and then they misspelled the awfully chocolate URL.
What?
Awfully
Chocolate. Chocolate.
chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
So awkward. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I saw it the other day in person. I was like, no.
For folks that are joining us, this isn't the entire of the show. This is just how we'll do when we have a little
Yeah,
break and
asking
just hang out and talk random
Do you
crap.
like or hate mian gao? Mian gao is disgusting.
Nian Gao.
You know that thing that you pray?
Oh,
The thing that you
God.
read-
pink one.
No, not the pink one, the brown color one that looks
Oh
like...
yeah. With the
What?
with the red.
It's like it's a sticky kind of
But are we
caramelized,
supposed to eat
like
it?
a kueh that you actually fry into like a sticky sweet fried paste. I like it.
It's very
I mean,
intense.
I'm pretty okay with anything that's fried. So
Yeah, and sweet, right?
It's like Mars bar fried level, you know.
fried
that's
Mars
what
bars are
it
good.
feels like. It's so intense.
Mian gao to me is a weapon. You throw it at people to make them go away.
Or
Why?
give them diabetes.
Why do you hate it so much? Like, what about it do you
I
hate?
don't know. It's just I don't really like sweet things to begin with. I don't really like gooey things as well. So it combines the two into one, and then it's usually set in front of the altar, being used as a prayer item. So there's like joss
It's covered in incense.
flying on it.
That's
I'm like,
right.
why are we eating this? This is decoration.
But is it actually meant to be eaten?
You can, but you
Not
can.
the offerings though, right?
Huh?
You can't eat the offerings, right?
No, not
can,
the
you
offering,
can,
but I
you
think like,
can.
can you just buy it to eat?
Oh yeah, you could.
You can do all of the above. You can buy it to eat. You can use it as offerings. You can eat it even after it's been used as offerings.
Wow.
But won't there be ashes on it and stuff?
Yes,
Wow.
which is why it's like, why?
Do people do that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So hardcore.
Because after you prayed with it, the
People
idea
eat
is that
barbecue that has ashes on it.
blessed.
It's fine.
it's been blessed by the god.
I don't know about that. I've always been very, like the offerings. It feels weird to me, like to eat.
No, offering to gods, yes, you can eat that. Offerings to the ghosts, don't eat it.
Otherwise, you put it on the floor next to the grass patches.
Don't.
Dylan has probably peed on it.
Oh, ew,
Mm.
ew.
Okay.
So once upon a time, I was
He's a
walking my
hungry
dog, Donnie, and then he came out of a bush, and I didn't notice anything was amiss because he was just walking casually. Right? Then I noticed something sticking out of his mouth.
Oh
that was
shit,
red
sorry
colored.
about this.
Oh, what?
Then I looked at it closely and I realized that he had somehow managed to find a bao, with a joystick sticking out of his tail. So I had to Donnie, wrestle it out of his mouth, everything. He was so upset with me, and I'm like, no, you're not eating
Wait,
that.
there was a joystick in the bun.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Just sticking out like a cigar, Okay.
Oh my
Does, man.
goodness.
Cool.
Joe has one last song, I think.
yes.
Is the Saga takes a shot still here?
Let's take a look.
Say hi, Saga, if you're around.
Saga is not around.
Oh well. Okay. Moving on.
Oh well.
You missed
Cool. Where we left off then? We were.
I have a stupid idea.
Yes. That's right.
Go ahead.
We could try to find out how we could get things confiscated by the Harmonia for the Lady of Pain.
Right. So you're saying that you want to get the Jade Diadem piece confiscated?
Yes.
And what's going to happen to Athena?
Well,
That I spent 30 episodes trying to find.
the
38.
alternative, Barra, as I mentioned at first, is we give the Jade Diadem.
I don't think it's an alternative. Like, look, I just don't see how getting the Jade Diadem confiscated is going to do any good.
Oh, that would. When we make that clear to Malena, then she would be trying to kill us out of spite rather than for the Jade Diadem.
How does that make it any better?
I mean, she's still trying to kill us.
Yeah, we'll still be as dead lah.
Oh.
And that would be
No,
dead
but we
sure.
won't
And-
be dead.
But at least she wouldn't
Athena will
have
be
the
dead.
Jade Diadem. Which brings us back to, should we just give her the Jade Diadem?
But then won't we die when she puts it on and everything's destroyed?
Well, she said that she won't do it here because of Lady of Pain and all that.
But then everything we love will be destroyed back home.
That's well, honestly, we don't know lah. I mean, it's a bit hard to be the ruler of a world that is not there anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking she probably won't destroy everything. She might destroy something.
Hey, what if we put it on her while she was here? Then it would summon her.
Okay, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe all it does is ching finish complete. You know, not like ching finish oh god.
But see, the alternative is she does that back on Urtu.
True.
If we get her to do it here, then there's a possibility it might result in those big armored guys coming up after we're dead to deal with her.
Okay, so what you're suggesting is we aggressively shove the diadem into her head, is it?
That is correct.
Okay. I mean,
We hand it to, me. Well, I guess I'm the only one who can do it.
Why
Yes.
don't we destroy the thing?
That was my plan with getting it confiscated. It's as good as getting it
But
destroyed.
I thought like if we stuck a foil through the bag of holding,
Yeah, it
right?
disappears, right? Yeah. So why don't we do that?
Which brings me back to what are we going to do about Fina?
I mean, even if it's destroyed, we could try and find Athena.
Do you think she'll know? Like when it's destroyed? I know like it's in another plane right now and she doesn't know where it is. You think
she
like she's
found us
connected to it?
somehow.
Well, I mean like the sea monster saw us going through the onion ring. And like since she's working for Baldur, I'm gonna say that a message got to her somehow.
Is she gonna care about Athena if the diadem is
No,
destroyed?
I don't think she is. I think the diadem's our only bargaining chip.
We could sell it.
Like, God knows whose hands it'll get into.
What if we sell it to the pit fiend in exchange for a fang to go home?
Yeah. Then she would have to make a deal with the pit fiend in order to get.
And then she'll
The
get
piece.
it, and then she'll destroy Urtu.
Yes, but she would have
With
had
a pit fiend.
to make a deal with the pit fiend.
What?
Okay, I have no experience in it.
Oh, he takes us all.
How does that help? Like, we don't know when he's gonna, like, call and collect.
Now you see, we could go ask him.
Okay.
I mean, regardless, we need to find a way to go back to Urtu.
Yeah, and we need to see him anyway.
That's not a stupid idea.
At this point, Barra flipping through the rules to see whether there's anything against kidnapping. Is there?
Members of the body polity, citizens of Sigil,
Right.
the Dabus, a few other groups. Beyond that, nope. There is a clear statement that obviously if you take somebody that's from a faction, the factols and the
Okay.
faction will get upset themselves, but nothing explicitly stopping you from kidnapping people.
Okay. Look, I've perused this document.
Yeah, the laws of Sigil are very much about not fucking around with Sigil.
Or the property, aka the property
The
of the Lady of
citizens
Pain.
or the property.
Oh, what, who's a fucking citizen, though? You guys know who citizens are? Like, yeah, I know, but like, how do we need citizens to go with us? You know, to like negotiate so they can like stand in between us and Malena if she decides to try and kill us.
We could get a lawyer to negotiate for us.
Okay,
Which still
fine.
brings
Sorry,
us back
the
to
pit fiend.
seeing the pit fiend.
Okay, let's go. Oh, you guys want to rest before we go? I mean,
Yes.
it's the middle of the night.
Yes, you need to
Yeah,
rest.
it's getting on to, it's not middle of the night, but it's probably getting on to about 8:30 or so by now.
We need rest.
After
yes.
Tripicus's lecture finished and everything else, and yeah, I'd say it's about 8:30. So
Okay.
close enough that if you wanted to get a night's sleep, it's not a bad time.
I
Yes,
don't
yes,
think my
yes.
lawyers, they're really, you know, they like get off work at 4. You know, they don't want to stay late. You know, like nobody does that shit. So I guess we should talk to him tomorrow. But
Remember, Sigil's a 24-hour town. You just need to go around the other side and you'll find someone.
yeah, but we want to talk to the pit fiend.
Yeah,
He's got his
you find
card.
You
So
have to
have
find
you all agreed?
Did we rest first?
Yeah, we should definitely
Yeah.
rest first. I'm just trying to decide whether we should just take an hour or take longer than that because I'm concerned that she'll come and attack us. No?
Yeah,
why,
okay.
why not longer?
I mean, she might come in like,
Attack us in the
surprise
middle
us.
of our restings.
Yeah.
You sleep halfway, then somebody suddenly come and, bang down your door, steal your bags. Like, yeah.
Okay, I'll sleep with one eye open.
Oh, yeah, because you got 3, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Hugging my pillow tight.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yes.
Okay, well, you guys want to rest? Look, tell you what. I'll, just in case she comes to get us, I'll do my little dome inside this room. And, we can all sleep in there, so she can't get to us unless she damages the floor.
Will Bobby fit?
Or
Oh,
she
no, it
just
probably won't
dispel the
fit.
magic.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I don't know what she's capable of, but she did, do a thing.
To
Just now.
avoid it stunning.
That's
It's
true.
okay lah. I mean, what to do?
So,
Let's just sleep in the same room
Just-
and hold on to each other and
oh no, it's come on, like big girls. You gotta give them the space, the girly
I'll
things,
hold on to
like-
Bob.
Okay.
Bob will hold on to you and we're never going to let go.
That's not
Okay. What have you done? You only say things like that when you're feeling guilty.
Oh, right. Maybe I should go do something stupid.
No,
No,
it's
no,
okay.
no,
If it was just
no.
genuine affection, I'll take it. I like you too, Kaman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you all start to sort of settle down.
I'm gonna, since we're taking a long rest,
Mhm.
I'll let you can do whatever. I'll start to cast my scrying, which takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you are settling down, you absolutely you can scry. So, tell me, you're scrying for Athena, obviously.
Trying for Athena. Again, I'm gonna take out the flower, the fabric flower that I folded for her. And this gives she can save against it if she wants, but she has to add a 4 to the difficulty. So she can, her save would be with some 17, but now it's 21.
So,
Or she can fail it.
you very clearly, you see the pulse of the flower, and you follow along the vision of the scry, and it sort of takes you through the streets and alleys of Sigil, and you kind of like just see them become a blur as you kind of move along the arc of this sort of great ring of the city, and then next thing you know, you can see this flower. Sort of you're really close up to it, and then you zoom out on it, and you see this. What colour is the flower?
What color am I wearing? Because it's on a purple.
It's purple flower. This is purple flower, and it's beautifully lit. And you're kind of like, oh, that's interesting. And you see why, because it's the backdrop is of a piece of white cloth or something like that. And as your scry kind of zooms out a little bit, so you can actually, in theory, sort of see, well, you would have thought Athena. Instead, you find yourself looking at a piece of paper.
What? What?
Yes. It's very simple. The diadem for your friend.
Don't I have the roll for perception?
The diadem what?
No, because
For
it's
your
very,
friend.
it's literally, it's just left out there. There's nobody's trying to figure it out.
What the shit?
Ransom
The whole
note.
thing is just a ransom note.
How? How did she do that?
And a few minutes later, in fact, it will be Kie to his in her head.
I'm sleeping? While I'm sleeping?
So while you're still awake, you're settling down as Barra is sort of doing a scry. In the middle of ritual, you hear a voice in your head say, "It's not complicated. If you give me the diadem, I'll return your friend to you. I am tired of this hunt. I also don't particularly mean you any harm. Just hand over the piece and we move on."
It's not persuasion, is it? What's she doing?
She just
Just talking.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
then you have a
I tell everyone what I hear.
a second later you get another message that says.
Me?
Yep. It says. Da. Tomorrow, in the afternoon, there is a bar known as the Flagrant Fortress. It is in the Shattered Temple District.
What's the
Ask
bar's name again?
the
Flagrant
Flagrant
Fortress.
Fortress.
Not fragrant, huh?
Flagrant. This is a hand your parcel to the bartender by the name of Arthur. He will exchange. That's it. That's the message, Kie. Only you've heard it so far.
I tell it to the rest.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What if he gives a dead body? You know, you're like, what do you guys think? Or like, if he means that we can do an exchange.
Hold on. Was it ascending?
It was ascending. Yes, you can respond. She actually was two sendings technically.
Okay. Because then you can speak back to her and say something.
What
Because
should
otherwise
I
she's not going to
say?
hear you repeating the.
Oh,
what she
so
said first.
like I can't choose what she hears. Like whatever I say, it's the reply.
You get 25 letters of response.
Yeah.
No, you do get to.
Yeah.
You can formulate a
Yeah,
response.
it's what I've been
Uh,
doing with random people.
right.
Yeah.
You would really suck if. Otherwise, you just use sending as like a phishing spell.
Yeah.
I can't send it. What are you saying? Oh, what's that?
So you can say 25
Oh, that's your
words back.
password.
Okay. Tell her we need proof of life. We need to have Athena back alive.
Prove to us that Athena is alive and well.
We will That's the first one from the first sending.
That's when the second message comes.
So she doesn't acknowledge our.
She just says, "Show up at this place. Give over the diadem. You'll get Athena back in one piece."
Go tell Barra. Go tell Barra.
I'm still like looking at the crystal ball. Come on, Athena! Still just a note.
Barra. Barra. Barra.
Yes.
Here has a message.
So Malena says that we need to give her the diadem tomorrow at the Flagrant Fortress
Okay.
in exchange for Athena.
Alive and well.
Yes, she said in one piece.
What does that mean? Like, one
It's
piece
a
for
phrase
dead?
that means alive and well.
Yeah, but like she could be like dead, but in one piece.
You don't get the impression she meant.
I don't get the impression that that's what she meant.
Okay. Look, guys, you know, you were talking to the pit fiend before. Maybe if we're going to see this person, like, I don't know, pit fiends, they work weird hours. You know, like, I think of like it's all topsy-turvy down in that part of the world. I think they call it down under. So, I think, you know, maybe we should contact him before our meeting. What do you guys think? Or do you want to go to sleep? Or I could just do a sending to him and see if he replies.
Okay, you can send him to him, see if he replies. He's awake now, you can go now. I mean, you know.
Or maybe after a short rest.
Okay, look, I'll do the sending. You know, I'll figure things out.
Sammy Davis Sr.
Yes. Greetings, Sammy Davis Sr. Interested in procuring your legal services for trouble with a migrant into Sigilian society who has kidnapped our friend. Can help?
You get a response back that says, always happy to consult. Fees are reasonable.
How many spell slots do I have left?
We have souls. We can offer him souls from
No,
Kie
no,
Soul.
no. I don't want to ask him some more questions. Huh? Okay.
I will
Lots of intel.
come to you shortly.
Okay, guys. I'm not sure. I'm not
Suddenly been a
okay, guys. Look, sorry. I don't mean to, sort of fucking
Who's
hell,
that?
shit balls, fucking. Okay, I'll get this. Look, I'll take care of this. Everything's gonna be fine. What was it that I had to save against last time again?
Are you inside the bubble?
I haven't set up the
Inside the
bubble.
bubble. Yeah, cool. It's usually in one room.
Yeah,
We pop.
with Bob. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, no, everybody, I've got this.
Yeah.
Hey, it's all cool. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, do you want me to take the door?
No.
I'm a lot better at this.
What better? What?
Staying calm.
Okay, go. Come on, turn the radio on. You are a warlock now. No, you're a cleric now. You are a cleric now, so you can go beyond the crappy healing that you used to give, and now you can help us all live. But we really want more. Go and prove your worth. Go open the door, and make sure we don't get cursed. And that's it. That's your body inspiration in case you got a roll.
So I don't need dollar bills or fun tonight. I opened the door.
And as you open the door, you see stood there in a rather lovely, sort of deep purple crushed velvet blazer with a slightly sort of red velvet lapel, just a nice crisp dark black sort of like shirt with a cravat, is about 5'7", so sort of just like 165-ish, I think. Tall, slightly sort of androgyne looking, relatively pale skinned person with blue eye and a green eye. Who stares at you and says, "Good evening."
Well, hello, you handsome devil. Why don't you come on in?
Well,
Is this the handsome one?
thank you very much.
Oh,
Most
the
most
15 in
charming.
some
How-
weird form.
Please allow me to introduce myself if I haven't before. I am Kaman. I am the religious one in this group.
It's usually my line. We've met before. You may not recognize me in this. This is my, let's call it mufti, if you will.
Oh, it's your work clothes.
Yes,
It's your corporate
my,
cosplay.
this is my corporate attire, if you will. Keeps people a bit more at ease.
Okay.
It is
You recognize the voice of Samuel Davis Jr.
a lot less alarming. This is true.
Well, different folks for different strokes, as they say.
Isn't it the other way?
And
Different strokes for different folks.
speaking of strokes, if we wanted to give someone with 2 pieces of jade embedded in their head a stroke,
Now, my first question for you is, are you engaging my opinion as counsel, or is this just a...
Hang on. Like, don't we get like a free consultation just so we can decide whether we want to, like contract for your services? No, but we don't know. Like first of all, we've got to talk to you and see whether it's your specialty.
I mean, in fairness, you rang me.
I know. Yeah, but you came, so why don't you have some tea? I prestidigitate some.
I would love some tea. Thank you
I'll
very
go
much.
make some tea.
Oh,
Kaman goes and makes tea from the tea set in the room.
you've met a.
Indeed,
Okay.
Kie Nao, Yrsa Svensdottir, Barra Mundi,
Yeah,
and
Monday.
Kaman of no.
It's just one word like
Last
prince.
Sorry?
It's one word like prince.
Oh,
Like
yes.
share.
Kaman, like
Share.
share.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So.
Oh, if I could turn back time.
So, I'm gonna leave the talking to my higher ups, which is only Sheena and not this one because this one's private.
Yrsa.
But yeah, but private can talk if she wants.
I mean, if she's private, I wouldn't mean to pry. Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Svensdottir, Miss Svensdottir.
Yes, we have found ourselves in a bit of a strange situation, and we learn from certain people that you are quite important to helping us get to where we need to go.
Oh, I'm definitely not important. I'm just a mere humble functionary.
Yes. No, wait. I'm slightly confused.
I placed the tea down. How many cubes of sugar?
Oh, I take it without, thank you.
I see. Dark.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
So, the short of it is this. There is somebody who wants a thing that is in our possession. She has kidnapped our friend. We would like to bring that person, our friend, and all of us back to the world we came from.
And the legal implications are also that while she was kidnapping our friend, she caused property damage to a bar that was in the market district. Yes. Anyway, carry on.
Well, I'm not with the Harmonium, or in fact, the fraternity in any particular way, though as I've said to you before, I'm trapped here. I'm not a member of the enforcement of Sigil. So I'm neutral on those matters.
Right. So the thing is, to return to our plane, we need to walk through a particular door, and we need to do so with a certain body part of yours.
Oh no, it's.
I mean, the whole you can work too, but if you don't want to come with us, then just your fang will do.
Oh, my fang. Right. I've had some. You wouldn't believe the requests I get. I see. So we're a bit beyond legal services, and we're sort of now into a request for how would you say? Perhaps
I know it's a big ask. It's not every day people come up to you and ask you for a tooth. It's
no. I would say it's at best a monthly occurrence.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh.
At the same time, if you are, you think you can offer some legal services, like again, like this woman broke the law, she's a vandal. Like if we can bring her to justice on some technicality and like force her to turn over her stolen property because she stole our money as well. We forgot about that. She stole our money. Yeah. Criminal.
Could we bring a
She
civil...
sounds like a right scoundrel.
Are you a criminal lawyer?
No, I'm a very honest one.
Could we bring a civil suit against another individual here?
I prefer devastating suits, as you can tell.
I don't know how to continue.
I guess the question I have for you: what particular thing would you like me to help you with, and what will you offer
Okay.
in exchange?
First of all, so this is how lawyers work, right? Back in Urtu. So you go like, this is what happens, like we have a grievance against this person,
Mhm.
and the lawyer goes like, oh, okay, you know what? This is my specialty. I'm a criminal lawyer. I'm gonna I'm gonna make sure that this person goes to jail for a really long time and restitutes all the stuff which they stole from you. Or like you might go like, oh, I'm a civil lawyer and we're going to sue the pants off that person because your money is inside the person's pants. So like having laid out a situation in front of you, do you have any recommendations as a lawyer?
A most impassioned speech,
Yes.
and may I commend you on that.
Yes,
And
my...
if you are looking for a career, perhaps the law is a vocation for you.
No, I only have a 14 in law.
I don't know what that means.
However, I guess the thing I need to disabuse you of is that beyond the core laws of Sigil, which really are about, as you noticed earlier, not really interfering in the duties of the Davos or the factions, there aren't really that many individual property rights, or, for that matter, the violation or the harming of an individual is not actually technically against any particular law unless that person is a citizen of Sigil. So, for example, even if you were to, let's say, an unlikely event, but let's say you were to decide to turn to violence and, wrest away one of my beloved fangs. Not to say that I would, I'm just giving you an example. It's all hypothetical, a priori discussion, right? Were you to do that, I would not have any standing in a case in civil if I were to go up into one of the Dabas or to the fraternity and sue against you, because I personally, as a non-citizen body member, would not have any rights.
I feel I'll sneak a glance at Yrsa and Kie to see whether they're contemplating anything violent at the moment.
I'm not about to attack a pigmin.
Okay.
There is no
I
iota
sneak
of...
my glance back. Okay.
So, however, conversely, I would also therefore say that you're probably on shaky ground for this person that has clearly done you some harm by taking your goods. Now, in Sigil, my advice would be to track this person down and have it out with them. I have generally found that a pleasant conversation usually amends most problems I have.
You see,
We did try.
we did. I tried to negotiate with her, but then every time I negotiate, she just gives me her ultimatum.
Oh, I see.
There is no
I
negotiation.
do hate people like that.
Right,
you know.
right.
It's just
It's
like
like-
there's no talking. It's
You
like you just
cannot listen to
there's no
listen.
alternative. There's no
Exactly.
position. How do you move forward? I know it's
Right.
terrible. It's
You are
genuinely.
stuck.
It's just the worst.
So I was wondering,
So just kill her and take.
we tried.
Yes.
But the problem is she doesn't seem to be actually injured by the attacks. Like she just
Oh.
heals, and then the stupid diadem just heals her. There's jade on her
Oh.
body now.
She had. Oh, really? That's.
Yeah. So the thing is magic, you see.
Have you considered
Taking it off her?
Yes, I mean stealing the item from
So,
her person.
It's not exactly like sitting on her head. It's more like embedded in her head. You know?
It's in her head.
Yeah, it's stuck inside.
But maybe we could take it.
I mean,
Maybe we could, I'm not sure. With a really strong mage hand. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we probably have to decapitate her.
so what?
I have no problem with that.
So I guess there seem to be two distinct threads here. The first is, what are you going to offer me for the loan of my personage, or the purchase of a tooth and the commensurate time it will take me to grow a new one?
Oh yes. So here was the question I was going to ask you. You said that you are trapped here.
Yes, I am.
How exactly are you trapped here? Like, if there was a door that your tooth can use as a key to open to go through, would you then be able to just walk through that door?
I would. It could lead to some complications for me.
Oh, like
He says, well, you seem like quite a reliable, trustworthy sort.
I tried to be, yes.
Why don't we enter into a basic memorandum of understanding?
There was a lot of big words I don't quite understand.
Well, I wish to
Sorry,
explain this position to you, but I just wish to secure your promise that you're not going to discuss this with any other third party.
Okay, yeah. That sounds very
A
reasonable.
non-disclosure agreement, if you will. Something rather basic. And he holds out his hand. And
I am gonna
Basically,
read the
forms.
memorandum of understanding.
Barra reads the NDA. What does Barra need to roll?
Do I? Yeah.
yeah, roll.
History?
Legal plus
no, it's
intelligence.
just straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
You have a very high intelligence, so I don't mind. It's all straight.
You're super smart,
Yeah,
Barra.
they're
I
great.
guidance you. I guidance you with the power to weave now.
The weave.
Do we?
Like the Trump toupee on your
That's right. It's like flapping
Yeah.
lots of
Crochet is a thing. Nah.
Okay, just don't mind, it's my friend's concentrating face.
Do you need to use the bathroom? Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. That's an 11.
Seems fine. Seems pretty straightforward. You know, 4 of you say you're not going to tell anyone about your business.
I'm very honest.
Okay. I think it's okay.
Just a
So, who do
he
you
sort
want?
of like scratches his thumb on his tooth and just drops a point of blood. And just a drop of blood in there. That's fine. That's how we do these things around here.
So, I just want to remind you that the rings around your neck mean you're not going to hurt any people. Yes?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I have nothing sharp on my person.
Aya, let me do it lah.
I'd happily.
Nah.
Got a sort of sharpness.
Yeah.
Very sharp teeth.
Yeah. No, do all of us have to do it? Or?
Yes, all of it.
Ow.
If anyone wants.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
I need you to all just write down your character sheets.
Oh, shit.
NDA with Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
And the wolves howl.
And yes, in the background. And
So before we've gotten anything, we've already signed a deal with the devil.
Wait, is it junior or senior?
Senior.
pardon me, sir. Thank you, senior. Thank you. And it says, so I don't entirely know where you're from, though we did have a brief discussion. But you may have heard of a rather serious gentleman by the name of the Dark Prince Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells.
Are we familiar with the Dark Princess Modius, Lord of the Nine Hells?
Absolutely not.
Shouldn't
Never
we?
heard of him?
Never heard of him.
I can't
Not
Google
even a
it.
thing.
Okay.
Doesn't exist in Urtu. Never came across him.
Okay.
We have different hells.
Okay.
And he looks at you kind of going,
No, sorry.
really?
I'm sure he's really good. And
I'm sorry,
popular.
we're from a world where we can't even see our own aura. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say, very, very well done. You don't appear to be exploding or cracking apart or anything like that. You
Yes.
must have been over to see Tripicus.
Yes. Thank you for
Well done.
advising
He does a fantastic public service, I must say. Did you tip him at all?
No, well, my friend did get kidnapped at that class, so no.
And also we were robbed.
Yeah.
In Tripicus's class?
No, after.
Like,
Oh, well, it's not Tripicus's fault then, is it?
like 2 people in the class absconded with my friend, so
In
yeah.
the class?
Yeah, like out of the class, they're like, hey, let's go.
Well, I mean, these
Okay, anyway.
hairs do matter when split.
No, it's true. Yeah, sorry, lawyer. Okay, just keep going. Sorry.
He sort of looks at you and sort of like just squints for a second.
Sorry, tipping is not very big in our culture where we come from.
No, but
I
understood.
did scratch him behind the ear though. He seemed to like that very much.
Oh, he's a very good boy. This says that, but he says, well, anyway, Lord Asmodeus is, let's say, he's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
And as one of his senior counsel, I might say, I had a trifling impact in his overall, empire, if you will. And so he's not taken well to my casual retirement, my decision to change the contract a little bit. So as a result, it's not because I cannot leave physically. It's because if I leave, I exit from the protection of the Lady of Pain, much as that is a different sort of, servitude.
Bondage.
At least here I am free. As weird as it is within this cage, I am free to be me. Outside of it, I am but a significant cog in Lord Asmodeus's machine.
Even on a plane where he does exist.
Your lack of awareness of Lord Asmodeus does not mean he's not there. It just means you don't know he's there. That doesn't mean, of course, that maybe he's not there. It's always possible. But I'm not sure that stepping through a gateway is my idea of finding out.
Would you be able to smell him through the gate?
What's the biggest thing you've ever seen?
A mountain.
Sure. And what's the smallest thing you've ever seen?
Barra's like,
Ant.
Right. So, when an ant walks up a mountain, does the ant know it's on a mountain? Can it see the mountain?
This is some philosophical thing.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it wouldn't unless it was aware of the mountain from a distance.
And
Okay.
I think that you've correctly sort of divined is the thing. I would have to be far enough away to know, and that means I have to stand somewhere else to see it. Now, of course, if you had some evidence or otherwise, then that would be different. But I would imagine that there are maybe then many other of my kind who are hiding out in your little
What sort of evidence would be useful? Give us an example.
Well, really, I imagine a fragment of a deity's consciousness wouldn't hurt. Some sort of other way of being able to discuss or divine something from someone with a spark of divinity in one way or another.
Oh yeah, if we had some intent.
I could just ask Aggie,
You shouldn't speak to Aki here. I take out a small shot of intan. Would this help?
And she looks at him, yes.
I leave it on the table next to his cup. And that's for you, sir.
When I said no sugar earlier, I meant no sugar and anything north of sugar in the stimulants category. But what? Do you know what that stuff is?
The essence of deceased primordial powers?
Sort of. It's the essence of souls refined through the bodies of powerful creatures and other heroes and villains, if you will, circulated again and again and again.
So,
That stuff is potent.
So, would it be enough for you to, I don't know, lend us a tooth so we'll find out, like, if you're even willing to come through the gate? It might be safe,
What about Koshi? Do you think he'll know
No.
about
whether
the,
Asmodeus exists on our world?
I could ask.
oh, Yrsa, do you want to ask instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, why you're so scared?
No, because
Just-
I
just a
know I
moment,
was trying
sorry.
to remember.
We're
I think there was
checking with,
one time I did ask
Oh,
him about places.
Take your time. We need to work out a fee schedule, but to your earlier point, young Barra, let's call this a consultation. Free consultation.
Oh, free consultation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a bit of time on my schedule.
I do remember asking him once. And he was like,
Sorry, we figured that somebody here might know this question, so I'm going to just ask him really quickly and get back to you on that, whether Asmodeus is on our world kind of thing.
Sure.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
If they're talking,
Koshi,
just thought
Koshi?
you make like casual.
Hello,
comments.
Koshi.
Oh, hi, sir.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, yo.
I'm a bit confused. I'm feeling a bit muddled.
How so?
Everything's a bit upside down. I feel like earlier on, I could have sworn that we were fighting a deathless,
Mm-mm.
and yet
what?
the usual things didn't happen.
Yes.
So something strange is going on. I've been trying to talk to Kie for hours now, and she's not responding.
Oh.
Hey. Koshi said he's been trying to talk to you,
I
no?
didn't hear anything.
I take the sword and I place it on the head. Like on her ear.
Hello?
Make another insight roll.
Ah, shit.
You got lucky.
Okay, I used my lucky.
I was about to say two's not lucky.
Yeah, she didn't get lucky, but she has the lucky feet.
Yes!
Oh, that's
2, 0.
Oh, hey! So there's a minute where the sword gets held by your head for a second, and then you hear, Kie! Kie, are you okay? Where
Gosh,
are
I'm
you?
Sorry, we were with Malena, and then she stunned me. I couldn't stun her, and I.
She's deathless, Kie. I've been yelling this at you for. Are you okay? What happened? Why didn't you?
I don't know. She did something to us, and then I was stunned. I was somewhere else.
There's something about her. There's something about her.
What?
I don't know.
It didn't feel the same as a usual deathless.
She's just
alarm.
one of the immortals. She has that power. It was when you cut her and then cut her again. I just felt it, and I was screaming for you.
What does that mean? Like, how is it different?
So, when I made the sword, I may have been a bit more generic in my spellcasting than necessary. And yeah, basically if you can't die, then you're in the bad books. So it kind of works against like gods and demigods and divine creatures and anything that can't die, really. That's how your friend kind of appeared here. Because demigod.
Yeah.
Because he's not technically deathless. He's just
Right.
encompassed under my broad definition of kill anything that's immortal.
Okay.
So, something about her. It's terrifying, scary, deathless, immortal, deathless, immortal. I'm not sure. As you can tell, I'm a bit discombobulated. Why couldn't you hear me?
I don't know.
Brilliant, as usual.
Yrsa picks up the other receiver.
Yes.
Have you been having problems speaking to her for quite a while? How come I don't have the problem speaking?
I don't normally talk to her because she doesn't normally talk to me.
I try.
Oh.
Yeah, Samuel Davis Senior is having a little chat, sort of cup of tea with you as well. It's not bad.
He's a nice soup, yeah.
Sorry, Koshi. Yes, this is a very important topic that we should discover a bit more
Yes, we
about.
have to kill her.
But if you don't mind, I was wondering if you could answer a small question that one friend of ours has.
Okay.
Do you know if this Asmodeus exists on Urtu?
Ass who?
Sorry,
Asmodeus?
Semi, can you say the full name again? Asmodeus what?
Asmodeus, the Dark Prince, Lord of the Nine Hells.
Any other names?
Oh, he has
Asmodeus, the
many,
Dark
many,
Prince.
many.
Lord
The-
of the
the,
Nine Hells.
the greatest lawyer of all time.
The
The greatest lawyer of all time.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry. He sort of stares at you and then looks in his face says, do you really want me to give you all of the names?
No,
of the lawyers?
it's okay. We just
No, I'm waiting for like Koshi's response.
That's what she responded.
Oh, I see. So Koshi sort of cogitates for a second and he kind of goes, Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus, Sam Odious, Samuel Odious, Sammy Odious. I don't know. Maybe
he would be some kind of sorry, what would you categorize him as? Like a demon?
God.
God?
Well, I mean, definitely not a demon. He's a devil.
Devil God. Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't mention demons. They're not. They're persona non grata with him.
Okay. Yeah. Devil God.
And then Koshi just kind of goes, if he's here, he's not made himself aware to me.
He don't know.
I've not come across him. I've come across a few things. It's not really. We're a bit of a backwater in Urtu, you know that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Koshi. I will try and check
That's
in
okay.
more often. I'm
Well,
sorry
actually,
I couldn't hear your call.
Is this just came with the room? This tea? It's really rather
Okay.
good, actually. It's a nice place.
So, Mr. Sammy.
Oh, you were
Yes,
done? You
yes.
seem to be having an interesting conversation, no?
Yes. Yeah, it's Kie's grandfather.
Really?
Great grandfather.
Well, I feel that it's always good to stay in touch with family.
Yes. So yeah, he was a very powerful mage in his time, and then he made himself into a sword. So anyway, yes. So, according to him, Asmodeus does not exist on our plane.
Nice sword.
Oh, he's not aware of it at least.
Never heard of him before.
Right.
And also, he says that Urtu is a backwater. So,
Okay.
I mean, I know it's not the most sexy place to ask you to come to, but yeah.
Regardless, the question still comes. What consideration will you be making for this deal?
Oh,
I thought it would be like, you have somewhere else to go.
yeah.
You're not trapped here anymore. Going around in a circle every day.
Yeah.
I would just be trapped where you are then.
It's big circle.
In this
Big
backwater,
one. Big
as you
circle.
refer to
But
it.
you would be a very powerful person in this backwater.
Have you looked at this place? Why would I leave this wonderful, wonderful town?
I don't know, it's a circle, it bothers me.
I appreciate that. This is the greatest city in the multiverse.
Sure?
People come here from everywhere.
So, Mr.
You've come here. of course.
Davis, what would be an acceptable payment?
He says, I think I would like a favor.
And like this is in exchange for like the loan of a tooth
Well,
Or like-
I will give you a tooth.
and and not for any legal services, yeah?
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like you have a case with any standing.
It is true. And I don't really want to go to court, very scary. You have to wear nice clothes.
The court system here is not. It's efficient. Let's say that.
Okay, who would you like this favor from?
Oh, from each of you, of course.
Oh,
Each of you wishes to make your way back, so seems only reasonable that each of you would loan me a favor.
What would the nature of that favor be?
Let's say it is a reasonable favor.
Could you please be more specific?
I will. He holds out his hand again, and
oh
a
shit.
sheath of paper appears.
Yeah.
And
Reading time!
he says, a reasonable favor is defined as, and then he just begins to start reading, the preamble. Hereunder is a simple contract of, for consideration of a reasonable favor paid hereunder, therefore, it's the right of blah 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 all the way goes through. And he kind of, as part of this, what it transpires as, actually, I'll let two of you, or one person with advantage, make an intelligence check.
Not me.
I fucking cast enhance ability on you. You now have advantage on intelligence rolls, and I cast.
You have it anyway.
Advantage
But you
anyway.
already have
One person with
Okay,
advantage.
advantage.
I give you guidance.
Okay. Okay.
He said, "Come on, wide-eyed. What the hell is that? Don't understand the damn thing."
Okay, that is 23.
Okay. So what it basically boils down to is, a reasonable favor is the equivalent of you'll help him move a body, not make a body. As in, you're not going to necessarily kill someone, right? But he might show up and say, "Hey, I need to grab the other end of this carpet," and you'll help him move the carpet.
I explain this.
Okay.
To give you the context of the envelope of the favor. So hey, I need to borrow 20,000 gold if you have it. If not, let's go knock off a bank. That's kind of the ground.
I read the document to ask if that includes breaking any laws. Is there any,
Laws are trifles. I wouldn't ask you to get in trouble with a lady of pain.
Okay, that's good.
the authorities back in Urtu, I suppose, wouldn't really matter so much.
It's true, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Too
I'm
late for that.
okay. Well, we are hired as civil servants, but hey, what the fuck? Well, I suppose, gotta make some investments to win some.
And look, let's just consider this to be a basis of a future relationship. As far as I'm concerned, I plan on making Sigil my long-term home, so I don't see there being any benefit in one-sided contracts.
Okay. Okay. I guess, yeah, I'm in. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, I want to go home, man. Fuck this shit. Sorry, this is a very nice city, but I want to go home.
I sympathize, even though I don't empathize.
I don't suppose you could be persuaded to come and do a bit of a combat back in our town, just like in case you missed the old rough and tumble.
The old what? Sorry?
Rough and tumble.
I am. I'm more of a lover than a fighter.
Oh, really?
She looks at you and says, "Yeah, really."
Wow! This place is changing you!
It's like some men spicy.
I mean, he can change his form. Hello?
Oh!
Okay.
At will.
Alright,
For truth. So he says, "Well, if we have a deal," and he reaches into his mouth, and he's got a humanoid-sized mouth, but he sort of reaches in and he pulls out like a fang that's about this long.
Mm.
And as he pulls it, it sort of like comes out and sort of grabs it. You see that like the root of it is, where you'd expect it to actually be quite horrible and fleshy and bloody. It's not. It's actually entirely clean. Sort of like just comes off and he kind of holds it in his hand and goes, "Well, if we're all happy to sign our name or drop a little spot of blood on this contract, then this is as good as yours."
Hey, by the way, how much would it cost to get you on our side to beat somebody up at a bar?
I am on your side.
I hold up my sword. Or anyone wants to
See you at the scrap.
Yeah, so it's sort of like he hands over the thing and says, "Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You can all write down minor boon for Sammy Davis Senior."
What time at the Flagrant Fortress tomorrow?
Afternoon, sometime.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, tomorrow, Flagrant Fortress, afternoon.
Well, I mean, as I said, more of a lover than a fighter, but best of luck with that. Try not to lose the tooth. Take me a little while to grow another. And he sort of gives you a little smile, and this time when he smiles, there's a little sort of like diamond tooth in this side here that just ding, just completely. There's no light that like maps onto like this thing going ding, but it's like ding.
Okay.
Wow.
I look at it and I say, one of you should carry this. Probably Yrsa.
But she doesn't have a bag of...
I know, but
Yeah, but I have the only one.
I have this. Take out my ring.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
ring of storage.
Okay. Hey, anyway, that's where we're gonna be. If you wanna help out and get some of the old rough and tumble,
Oh no! I don't really fight in Sigil, I'm afraid. That seems like a terribly bad idea. Getting
Would
all
it
kinds
also be a terrible idea for us to report an act of vandalism?
Yeah. Oh,
it all depends, really.
Because people who...
yeah. We know, like, we've got like this whole identikit, and like, we know what she looks like.
I imagine what will happen is they'll just figure that you were trying to throw someone under the bus, and you will get a huge amount of paperwork. So far, it seems a bit like your word against someone else's.
Well, they haven't. Okay.
That kind of bureaucracy.
Okay.
Yes, because the reality is that unless you've genuinely got something on someone, and is this person politically protected here? Do you know?
We don't know. Probably not. Visitor like us.
Then it's probably best just to go and, as they say, fuck them up in an alley or something like that.
Okay, there you go. I dropped my blood.
So he sort of, but no, that hands over a sort of like reasonably long fang.
Yrsa takes it and puts it in a ring.
It is.
I hang on to it first because I need to attune to it.
Yes, it is a pit fiend fang. It is also usable as a magical dagger. No plus to it, but it's just incredibly sharp, and has an infernal aura to it.
Oh.
And just out of curiosity, would breaching a bag of holding here be a terrible idea?
I mean, I imagine for the contents of your bag of holding wouldn't be that great.
It would disappear, wouldn't it?
In principle, as I understand it, bags of holding, when breached from the inside, which in and of itself is a bit difficult, but from the inside, they will vent into an astral space. That's my understanding.
But from the inside.
How do we breach it from the inside?
You can stick a sword in it and keep pushing.
So if we
They're only so large, right? I mean, like, unless you've got one of those huge sort of dimensional space things. I mean, most cases, a bag of holding is just it's just like a giant bag that's got another side to it. And as long as you try and, if you sort of line up the sword with the top and you push it through, well, it'll probably go through.
And the contents vent into astral.
Yes, it's unclear to me if those contents include your wrist and the sword that's pushed through, but hey ho, no risk, no reward. Hey,
Sword,
No
really
risk,
long
no
sword.
reward.
it says yes.
No risk, no reward.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're quite the charmer.
Oh my.
This is the episode I fuck a pretty
just, and also as a final question, is it a stupid idea to summon a celestial here?
Oh, there's plenty of celestials around.
Can you imagine? They're just like, casually in the toilet, then somebody summons them. How irritating would that be?
No, but I mean, as per the summoning spell.
No, I mean, the only summons that are, well, it depends. If you are summoning something that's approaching demigod or god tier,
So no,
that's a big problem.
right. But
Anything lower than that, anything that's sort of in my tier or in even as powerful as my friend the other day, Akim, a Mavanic Deva, he's really rather, that guy works out. Yes, that would be considered excessive but acceptable.
got it.
Well then, I shall bid you good evening. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Just so you know, next time, the free consultation is over, but next time we will have to work out rates beforehand. So, that being said, very lovely to see you all. You really are. You're charming, a lot of you. Best of luck. Do let me know how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She has a room.
Why are you pimping me out? Don't pimp me.
You're so cute. Go on a date.
Whoa!
I
That
think
guy.
date. Just date.
I mean, that guy's trouble.
I'm not sure we have enough time for dating.
Okay.
He's
fine.
dangerous.
I mean, if you did fancy going out and grabbing a drink, we could go now.
Just a drink.
I go with my blessing. I am the other way.
Okay, sure, let's go.
On that bombshell, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Have you ever
With-
danced with the
with,
devil in the pale moonlight?
with Yrsa stepping out with Samuel Davis Sr. For a little evening on the town, leaving the other three to deal with reaching level 11. In the course of the week, I will chat with Sheena about what happens with Samuel Davis Sr.
What did you do?
And we'll see. At the end of which, we'll see whether or not she writes any interesting little stories you can see on Discord.
Let's resolve.
Thank you very much. I know we've run a little bit late, but I appreciate it. And thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We are coming back on Wednesday evening at 7
Nope,
p.m.
not Thursday.
I meant Thursday. I said Wednesday because
Yeah.
we're coming back. That'll go in the edit. We're coming back on Thursday evening at 7 p.m., where we will be carrying on with episode 1 of Singapore by Night.
Dun, dun.
Which is it's Dylan. Dylan.
I've got him.
Done enough. You've eaten enough things. And so, yes, we're carrying on our Vampire the Masquerade campaign with Storyteller Ed. Ed, is there anything you want to say about this week coming up? Or
No, I mean, there's no content warnings other than possibly ridiculous.
possibly ridiculous? Always the best. Well, in that case, we will see you all then. And until then, bye.
Bye.
Behold thine heroes as they observeth the troubled lands and stormy sea. They have no choice, it's national service, for Marabanda survey teams read. A goblin captain C01E046 elven cleric, one small and green, one tall and blue, stoned halfling monk and bard who dedicates its campaign anthem to you.
Here in Singapore, this party who streams sweet D&D. The pop culture is our name, but you can call us T4C. Asian influence on rule with less Eurocentricity. Now for some Asia Pac gang chants featuring Audi and Randy.
One coffee, take that bar for me.
Coffee, sit down for me. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. 新赛了，艾伦来了。新赛了，艾伦来了。Dragon power. Dragon power.
I sound quite transatlantic, actually.
Animated is our party and we're actually very fun. We all go play really hard and we always sing a ton of songs where we find gods and monsters beneath the Urtu sun. We are Asians, the pop culture, and at last our song is done.
Except for our reminder